Hey, D&D fans, it's time to go classic again with the Gary Gygax original, right? We're playing Into the Borderlands. The Human Games 5e recreation of the Gygax classic modules B1 and B2. My name's Wiley Hobbit. I'll be your DM tonight. I'd like to thank our good friends here on castlemach.twitch.tv, all that jazz, for hosting our game. Let's go around and meet our players and their characters. Just tell us once again what your character's name, maybe name, race, class, that sort of thing, level. We'll start with Ms. Misery.
Just when I was about to hiccup.
Sorry.
I can feel it. Oh,
great start.
I am Miss Misery, also known as Kayla, and I am playing Harlow, the tiefling warlock, who's their first time out in the city.
That's right. First time out in the wilds in the scary, scary world. All right, very good. Let's meet Letheris.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm Scotty Dio across the internet. I play Letheris, the level 4 barbarian minotaur, described from the party as the softest, sweetest boy.
Yes, and that he is. You wouldn't think a minotaur could be a soft, sweet boy, but oh my. Soft, sweet indeed. How about let's meet Flint.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite gay dumpster fire, Shanalogic, playing your other favorite gay dumpster fire, Flint, the Genasi Ranger Barbarian. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that sums her up.
Pretty much covers the bases. And finally, last but not least, our good friend Pavel.
Hi, I'm Devin. I'm playing Pavel, the human arcane archer, level 4. The smartest boy who should never be allowed around fire.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Fire and barns. Barns are a
bit
of an impediment.
I've got a bit of a vendetta, if you will.
Right. Yes. So again, I'm at Wiley Hobbit on Twitch and Twitter. I'll be your dungeon master tonight. Really thrilled about that. We're into session 15. I can't believe it.
Is that already 15?
It's session 15, according to my notes, assuming my notes are reasonably close to accurate. We play this one a little bit different than a lot of streamed games in that it's like fully theater of the mind. Part of that's because that's how I, thousands of years ago when I first started playing D&D, that's what we did. I never even got into minis and maps that much. And the other reason is because I'm just not technologically up to speed with making maps and all that cool graphic stuff. So I take lazy DMing to a whole new level, but we all like theater of the mind.
Flourish.
That's how we do. Yeah, I just got a handful of Sly Flourish's books, and man, I love them. So life-changing goodness. I'm excited to be wearing my D&D Dungeon Mastering uniform, the Castle Mac Fine Couture. So very proud to be repping that. So let's talk about just some quick house rules. We all use real dice. You may be acquainted with these little things. So you won't see any Roll20 action or anything like that, but you'll hear lots of those nice little sounds of dice rolling. If you roll a crit, you'll get to roll a second round of damage. It's double damage die, not just double damage number. If you wish to imbibe a potion in the middle of action, you can do that as a bonus action. And then we always allow the players, if they wish to, award one another some inspiration, 1 point collected per player per game, just for role-playing, ingenuity, survival, whatever the case may be. And then we also afford 2 short rests per long rest if the party so chooses. If you're interested in supporting the channel in any kind of way, like bits, for instance, I believe 500 bits will collect for the party a divine pre-advantage. So if they're going to make an attack roll, a saving throw, some kind of an ability roll, they can pre-use one of those and roll with advantage. So always very nice to get those. So I think beyond that, check out our sponsors down below all the video. I know there's a tabletop loot thing going on, among other things. So check that out. And please, if you're new to the channel, give us a follow and hang out with us on Discord. I think we've got one of the most amazing Discord communities in all of the land, and that includes the internet. But it's just a fun place with very welcoming, cool people, and it's a cool place to hang out. There's a link for that down below. So should we D&D?
I think it's about time.
I think we should.
I have a quick question before we start.
Please.
You gave me inspiration at the end of the last session. I want to know if I still have that.
Yeah.
Or if I should get rid of it.
Now you got it. Inspirational carryover. Absolutely. Yep.
Fantastic.
Very good. And that is a straight reroll. Inspiration. If you wish to spend that, you can reroll a roll.
Gotcha.
Any other questions?
Nope, that's
Okay.
it.
So we are currently exploring a place called Cascaton, or the Q. And our intrepid, one thing I do want to mention, we're missing, in case you're wondering, we're down a PC tonight. Sheena, Likes the Villain, plays Lyala Bright, a cleric, and she will be away from the game tonight. She was unable to join us, so we're very sad about that. But we'll have her back in the saddle, I believe, next session.
We miss our head taker.
We miss our head taker. Yeah, Lyala, head taker. Thanks to her work with an axe. So very nice. So at any rate, last session, our party has found themselves in what appears to be some sort of a secret kind of third or fourth part of the queue now. They've been through the ground level fairly substantially. They've found a tower. They've found some caverns. And now they've somehow found themselves in what appears to be a separate secret sort of place or part of the queue. And they're actually in the second room of this. We only went like a room and a half last session because of all the D&D goodness. They found themselves somehow transported to the room of statues. There were 17 statues of some wizard figure in various poses and things, and they managed to topple one. They were attacked by one. They moved one to activate a secret door, which brought them into the chamber in which they find themselves now. And so I'll re-describe the chamber. They've been looking through this. It's a circular chamber, maybe about 25 feet in diameter. The ceiling is dome-shaped, and there are three quite nice, fancy, unlit black lanterns. And they're hanging all the way down from the ceiling just above, to maybe about 7 feet above the floor. And there are three of them. They're not lit. They're hanging there by black chains, kind of strategically placed about the chamber, so that if they were lit, you could probably have even lighting throughout the space. There's a stone bench along the east wall and another along the south wall. There's a metal brazier resting between the two benches, and then there are sets of cabinets set into the stone wall that when we last were together, the party was examining items in the cabinets. They had found some potions, some alchemist fire, a bit of poison, some oil amongst various spell components and all sorts of things. And the last thing that we closed the session with was one of the, I don't recall who had it in their hand, but one of the players found a small vial. And as they looked at it, they could see a teeny tiny little female human, it looks like, in there, kind of like, like she's yelling and trying to get somebody's attention, kind of scantily clad, rather voluptuous, sensual looking, long hair, but apparently trapped in this vial. And the vial is about the size of a potion vial. And that's...
I've got it up looking at it.
That's where we will pick up. The vial, it's a glass vial. It has like a gilded gold stopper. And there's this like wire around the stopper. It's a wire that also wraps around the vial. So like the stopper wouldn't be lost because it's nice. You wouldn't want to just like cork, pull it out and throw it away.
All right, so I'm pretty sure I was the one that got it, right?
I think so.
It was either you or Lyala. I think it was you.
All right, because I'm going with it now.
Okay. Yeah.
Just looking at it for a second, just completely aghast. Just like, okay. Everyone, I've got a almost naked lady in a jar.
What?
What?
And I'm just kind of like showing it to everybody. It's like, just look.
That does appear to be some sort of small humanoid creature in a bottle.
Yeah.
We should let her out, right?
We don't know what it is.
Could be
As you're
dangerous.
examining her, she sees you and she's, frantically pounding on, like trying to break the vial and, obviously looks to be somewhat distressed.
What? Let her out.
What
Do any of us know what that is?
Yeah,
Um,
I want to see if I do.
or what she looks like? Like, is she elvish looking, sprite, something like that?
She appears to be human.
Can I make an investigation check to see if I know what that is, what she is?
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, let's see if this works. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh, what
I
is it?
don't know anything from my reading.
Oh, that's just a 0. That's just straight 0.
Okay. So you're looking as, Harlow's holding the vial and you're looking at it. It looks exactly what it looks like to you. It looks like a little person, a very scantily kind of tattered top and bottoms, not quite showing her wares, but scantily clad,
Very like Conan the Barbarian style.
voluptuous, looking female who, again, looks to be in some emotional distress, beating on the glass and trying to get your attention.
Would I have heard of any or read anything about this while I was still back in Relastra?
Go ahead and roll for me a history check at disadvantage.
I don't really need that disadvantage. I got a 1.
Okay.
Good start.
It's an excellent start.
Nothing really comes to mind. Imagine that. You're just drawing a total blank.
Well,
It's in the
sure is a human.
if there's one thing that I've learned from the books that I've read, it's that I forget who said it, but a person's a person, no matter how small.
Okay.
Well said.
All right.
Flint.
All right.
All right,
Well, I mean, let's put it to a
Okay.
vote. Should we open it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just get behind me. Don't look threatening, but just in case. And I'll crack it open.
All right.
Or
I
undo
try to
stuff.
get like kind of small.
and crack it open away from me, like.
You're gonna like tilt the flask away.
The door is. I will kind of try to orient us that I'm not pointing it towards the door. I'm pointing it's like opposite. So like, if the door was south, I'd be pointing it west, and we'd be kind of east or in the center. Like just, we're not in between the being and the door, but we're adjacent to. You know what I mean?
Thinking like for quick, hasty retreat if necessary.
Yes, and also that they won't attack us to get through the door.
I see. Okay.
So I'm just gonna tilt it, and crack it open.
Okay.
Take the cap off.
Right. So you got that little kind of gilded stopper. You give it a little. So you pop the stopper, and this whoosh of sound and air and smoke. Your torches go out, and you're in the dark for a second, and then whoosh, in front of you appears a thing I'm going to put in Discord chat as soon as I compute. And there is a humanoid-looking creature standing across the room from you, maybe 15 feet. Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing into...
I just dropped. Did I completely shag up the cameras?
Yeah.
Fuck. Sorry.
Just yours and Lethierus's.
It's
Okay, we're
probably
gonna
just
do
me and
just a
Lethierus
little-
that need to.
We're just...
Yep.
Shazam.
Minor technical glitch.
Yeah, so you see what's in... I just posted an image in the Discord chat for our game.
Hey, that's not a little naked lady.
And it's a purple, kind of scaly, reptilian-looking, humanoid-shaped. He's got a black top knot, pointy ears, the strange greenish set of like tentacles, or I don't know what that is, spiny and barbed. And if they hung straight down, they'd hang most of the way down his chest, wearing tattered kind of a loincloth, a couple of shin guards, and a huge, like a 10-foot jagged, serrated glaive. And he stands there and regards all of you, and there's the brazier leaps to life with the fire, gives this very dim and eerie glow in the space. And he's like, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's roll initiative.
Oh, you're not a little lady.
He is one ugly lady.
8 for Harlow.
Okay.
21 for Lethyrus.
Nice.
Okay.
12 for Flint.
7.
Okay. Very good. All right. So before you see this creature, and it's, there's kind of smoke swirling around it. You smell some sulfur, and it leers at you and mocks you. Thank you for setting me free.
You're welcome.
Now, prepare to join me. And he steps towards you, and Lethyrus, you are first to go.
Okay. Well, I guess he's making a threat, so how about we stay here and you leave? I want to make a persuasion.
Okay.
14.
Okay. He sneers at you and spits on you. Doesn't quite get there because, he's about 15 feet, but you could tell that was intended for you. I think not. And he growls and sneers and starts towards you. But he doesn't get very far because you're first in initiative.
Well, glance at the party. All right. All right, let's see here. Ooh. I'm going to use my inspiration for that reroll. My goodness.
Okay.
Oh, still bad. still real bad. All right, what is that actually? It is... Let me actually get to my weapons. There we are. So I pull out Sunder, and I go to swing at him, but I only have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to hit.
Okay. So he sidesteps and laughs at you, almost mocking you like he's with his glaive, like mocking your bad swing.
Bonus.
That the best you have, Minotaur. And he's just very mocking.
All right, let's see. What are my bonus actions? Can't use that. Can't use that. Well, actually, can't use anything because I didn't hit him. So I'm just going to yell at him in Goblin. Just a lot of gibberish.
Lethyrus, why do you assume everything knows Goblin?
I don't know what. I have 4 intelligence. You think I know what this is? I don't know what this. It looks goblin-esque. I don't know.
Oh.
You don't know what doesn't know goblin.
That's actually fair.
Anyway, I don't like you. I got nothing left.
Okay.
I didn't hit him.
Any movement?
Oh, that's true. Movement. No.
You guys are in that 25-foot diameter circular chamber.
Yeah.
And he's kind of out across from you, maybe 15 feet away. I assume you guys are sort of huddled, maybe half circle-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Nope. I'm not going to move. My shield is up, but I'm not going to move. Just going to end my turn.
Okay. Flint.
Yes. I'm gonna go running at him, screaming in Primordial, and take 2 whacks at him with my hand axes. The first one is a 19 to hit,
Okay. That's a hit.
and that's gonna be 5 damage.
Okay.
And then the second one is gonna be a 9 to hit.
Okay. He able to sidestep your attack, and he spits at you as you get close to him and mutters something in a language that I know the tiefling understands. You hear him in Infernal.
Oh, I understand.
Curse Flint. Do you also understand Infernal, Flint?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he curses you. Go back to the earth, you slime pig.
Well, that was rude.
Very disdainful.
What can I do? That's all I got for now.
Okay. Very good. We will go next in order to Harlow.
I'm going to raise my hand. First of all, I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse by saying, "You don't speak to my friends like that," as my bonus action, and then I'm going to hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. You should choose better friends. Tiefling scum. In Infernal.
And that's a 15 plus 6. So I'm
Okay.
assuming I hit.
Yes, that's a hit.
And that is 8 plus 4. So that's 12.
Okay. And this is what type of damage?
It is force damage.
Force damage. Okay. So 12. Flint, I will say that you notice that he seems to not be terribly affected by your first axe blow, even though you know you found purchase. Like you notice it didn't even like open up a gash.
And while that, after I throw that and I still have my movement, I'm going to draw my sword and I'm just going to start walking towards him.
Okay. He sneers at you. Almost rolls his eyes.
And I said, I'm going to use my full movement to get to him.
Okay. So you'll be there.
Yep.
You actually could get there in half movement, but you've already acted. So.
Okay. I'll do that.
So Flint.
But I'm moving between him and the door.
Okay. So blocking his escape.
Yep. I'm not happy.
Flint, Lathyrus, and Harlow are now in melee. Pavel, you are still about 15 feet from our new occupant of the room, and it is your turn.
All right. I am going to walk to the door, spin, aim, and do my minus 10 or minus 5 plus 10.
Sure.
With my longbow.
Okay. What is the nature of your bow and your arrows?
It's a +1 longbow.
Gotcha.
That's a 18 plus 4.
Okay. That seems like that'll probably hit.
It's going to be D8 plus 15. Shit. That's going to be max damage. 20.
23 Pearson.
Yes.
Okay. So you bury an arrow into his shoulder. He just looks at it, scowls at you, takes a step forward, and he's going to take a swing with his glaive at the tiefling. Now you may taste my wrath.
Try me.
That is indeed a 22 to hit.
Hits.
And that is going to be 7 damage.
Cool.
And then you need to, if you would please, make a con save. DC 12.
17.
Okay. Very good. All right, and then he's going to turn and look at the Minotaur. And Lethyrus, that whatever's growing off the bottom of his face just lashes out at you and tries to hit you. Doesn't really look really fun. That's going to be a 7 against armor class.
Definitely not.
Okay, so you feel it like, tap and maybe scratch a little bit, but no damage. Nothing hits.
Is Lethyrus within 5 feet of me?
I would say you'd have to be. The three of you are probably, kind of surrounding him, and you'd be within that 5 feet.
I get a reaction attack because of my sentinel feet.
Okay. Yep.
So I'm going to hit it with my sword. Is a wait, no, I have to look this up because I got a 19, but I cast Hexblade's Curse on it. It says any attack roll. Okay, so it's not just magical.
Right.
Against the cursed target is a critical hit, a 19 or 20 on the D20.
Nice.
So I got a 19.
Is that a regular rapier, magical rapier? What's the?
It's my hex weapon, so it would be 1d8 plus 5 because my charisma modifier would be added.
Okay.
Hex weapons are considered magical, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'd have to believe so because that's your
packed weapons are, I think.
It's a packed weapon through your warlockiness.
Yep.
5. I got 5 and 5. 5 and 5 plus 5 is 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Cool.
Very good.
Yay.
So he howls as you pierce him with your rapier as he tries to turn the blow and you run it through his arm.
And that's it for me. That's all I can do with sentinel attack.
And he spins away and resets. Is that the best you have? His tail's flicking and his beard is flicking at you, spitting and sputtering. Top of the order. Back to Lethyrus.
Was he speaking in Infernal to Harlow the entire time?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, I guess either way. I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
Right. Better. Okay, so again with Sunder this time. And let me double check what rage does. Yep. I'm saving those. Okay, no advantage on attacks. But +2 on damage. So that is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 to hit.
Very good. It's a hit.
That is 12 damage.
Okay. Looking pretty battered as you take a slash with Sunder.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to attempt to shove him with my horns, using hammering horns. He must succeed on a DC 14 strength check, saving throw.
So you just race in to bowl him over?
Yeah, I hit him and then I just buck him.
Yeah. Okay, he easily deflects your hammering horns, just pushes you away. Keeps his balance, kind of sets his back foot back to brace.
I growl at him and then I use part of my movement to move myself between Harlow and him with my shield, giving her 3/4 cover.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Flint, you're up.
All right, I'm going to get as far away from him as I can. And I'm going to start muttering in Primordial that he is my prey tonight and cast Hunter's Mark and shoot at him with my longbow.
Very nice.
That is going to be like 24 to hit.
Okay.
Nice.
So let's see, 1d8 plus 1, 6. So that's going to be 13 damage.
Okay. Flint, describe for me how you dispatch this.
Yes. Basically, as I mutter in Primordial, everything just turns like in my sights just completely like grayscale and slow motion. And in bullet time, the arrow just goes and it flies between Harlow's head and Lethyrus' shield and just whizzes right in the center of his head, pinning him back.
Very nice. As your arrow pierces the forehead of this nasty denizen of what must be another plane, he vanishes. The brazier extinguishes, and you're left in pitch blackness, inky, almost so dark it's heavy. And the only sound is the sound of the brazier cooling, kind of clicking and ticking. You're breathing. And that is all.
Is it so dark that us with dark vision can't see very well, or is it regular darkness?
It's darkness. It's regular darkness. So if you
Okay.
have dark vision, you're still dark visioning.
Okay.
Anyone with dark vision who would happen to look over at me just sees me sitting on the stairs looking mildly annoyed.
The brazier glows from the recent heat.
I'll light a torch.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I make a perception check to see if that thing's still around somewhere?
Sure.
Like, just to make sure that like there isn't a trace that shows him disappearing and vanishing off
Yeah.
in a way. Yeah. Okay, and I can do that with advantage because Hunter's Mark, and it's, let's see, that's going to be an 18 to see if he's still around.
Okay. So you're moving around the room looking.
Yeah, I'm looking for
Describe
clues.
how you're looking.
I'm looking for any signs of like tracks, any signs of if the door was disturbed, mostly like listening for anything, like the sounds of footsteps.
Okay. You don't see any really tracks other than, in the soot from the room, you can see where he last stood, where your battle was joined. The door remained undisturbed. Pavel's still sitting in front of it, in fact, on the steps. You notice like all the scorch marks on the west wall of the room. You presume, and they were there before, but you presume some sort of fireball, something probably happened to cause that some time ago. But you don't determine any sign of your apparently vanquished foe.
Well, he seems to be gone, but I have this eerie feeling in the pit of my stomach that he's not.
You're tempted, though, to explore the western wall a little further. Something seems to be different with the stones. Roll me a perception with advantage.
All right. Let's see. That's 17.
Okay. You're not sure, but it seems, I don't know, you're just not sure. You thought something caught your eye on that wall when you were looking for signs of the intruder, but you're not sure.
While Flint's doing that, I'm taking a flask of oil and like dumping a little bit into each of those lanterns, and I take whoever had the lit torch and I light him.
Okay. Yeah, so the lanterns ignite. They light up, bathing the room in a nice, warm, flickery flame light.
Yeah, that's better. Flint, what's up?
I thought there's something about this wall, but I must be imagining things. Trick of the lack of light.
Your hunches are pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll go over and take a look at the wall too.
Okay. Roll perception.
Perception is going to be a whopping 14.
Okay. So again, you notice that it looks like it's been scorched. It's the stonework that's been common to the two rooms you've.
Yeah, I'm sort of like
explored so
pushing
far.
on it, grabbing like little sticky outy stones, maybe pulling them on him a little bit. Anyone else want to give it a go?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. See if I can perceive anything. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Hey!
Hey!
Okay. So Lathyrus comes over, in his own cute agricultural way, kind of clunks his horn against the wall almost as if he forgot it would hit if he got too close. And you notice a seam almost in the shape of a doorway. You see the seam and then you start to follow it and then over. And in the center of one side of it, there's just the tiniest little nub of leather. Hard to imagine it survived all the whatever caused the scorching and burning of the stone.
Is it hanging out of the stone? Is it like something I could press on?
It's, it looks like it's just, you could get a hold of it with your fingertips.
Okay.
Like it's just a little piece of thong or strapping.
Okay. There's something up here, and I reach up and I try to get a little grip on it, and I start pulling on it.
You hear a snap and a click, and the shape of a door appears in the wall to the rest of you as it pulls inward into the room.
All right.
Nice one, Lathyrus. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good at puzzles.
It reveals a short flight of steps, and by short, maybe 15 feet going downward. Not at a steep angle, but again, kind of the same angle of the 15-foot flight of stairs that brought you to this chamber. At the base of the stairway is a doorway. A door, I should say.
Well then. I'm assuming I probably still have the torch in my hand, even though we don't need it. I'm going to walk down the steps.
Okay.
See if anything happens.
I'll follow up at the back.
And as a reminder, by the way, too, we are at day 6 in the queue. It is definitely evening time by the feel and sounds that your stomachs must be making. Lunch was some time ago.
All right, I guess I'll go down and take a look and then come back up.
Okay, so there's a door at the base of the stairs.
Does it have a lock, or is it any is it like that metal door we had come to earlier?
It's similar to that. There's no lock or anything, just like a handle mechanism.
Okay. I'll come back up and I'll command Sonia to sit somewhere where she can watch the door.
Okay.
Approach
so she flutters partway down the stairs and comes to light about 10 feet above the door. Starts preening her feathers and looking at the door. Occasionally she'll look back at you, look at the door.
And I'll look around and say, can we check this tomorrow? I'm really tired. Sonia will keep an eye on it, but I'd really like a nap.
No, that's fair.
And food. Oh god, I need food.
Oh, cool. I have some eyeballs left. I can cook those up real quick.
Not eyeballs.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I could use a break after that very rude man. And after losing old Bill.
We haven't lost him. He's just misplaced.
That's kind of the definition of lost.
I'm trying to be positive. I'm sure he's fine.
He's survived this long with us. I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay.
Last time I lost an animal like that, it didn't end too well. That's all I'm saying.
What happened?
We got his head cut off.
What?
I got the guy who did it. Don't worry.
Good.
Sure you did.
Give him a stern talking to.
You could say that.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
What do you mean, in a way?
I was gonna say in a way, but thinking about it,
It's only really one way.
he's pretty sufficiently dead. I probably considering the way he went.
And how did that go?
You know what the funniest story? So you know how my axe is named Sunder?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it was given to me after I dealt with this fella. So he killed my horse, and I got kind of mad. So I tore him in half.
Wait, like this way or this way?
Like if his shoulders like this, that way.
You tore him asunder.
Yeah. The dwarves thought that was real funny.
Holy shit.
That name makes a lot of sense now.
Oh, yeah, it's we're attacked by bandits, and there was a bugbear, and he killed my horse. So I got Sunder now, cause
You ripped a bugbear in half?
yeah.
Damn, Latheris.
What?
That's impressive. Huh.
Is that not normal?
No.
No, yeah, I've done it once or twice. It happens.
Oh, I think you gutted one once.
Yeah, I mean, you guys haven't known me my whole life. You don't know me.
Well, I felt kind of bad about it, but
Well, he did kill your horse.
exactly. He wasn't a nice fella. Or
Clearly.
I don't know what their gender was. I assume it was a guy. We didn't really have a conversation, as you
I'm
understand.
not really familiar with the gender politics of bugbears.
That's very true. I don't know either.
We should make assumptions.
Yeah, who are we to say?
Wax philosophical about gender and bugbears.
I don't know about you. I'm gonna sit down and get comfortable. I'm eating some of my rations.
Yeah, same.
Will do. I'm I'm gonna put my shield down and put Sunder away. Then I'm gonna just sit down in a corner and take out the hunk of rosewood I picked up a few episodes back and start carving.
I'm just gonna sit, eat some eyeballs that I have stored from God knows how long ago, and write in my
Those are
journal.
probably a little rotten at this point.
Beggars can't be choosers when fresh eyeballs are on the table.
If they're rotten, that by definition means they are not fresh.
Freshness is a state of mind. When you're picky, you go hungry.
Okay.
Arlo is very carefully not watching.
I make a point to pop them very loudly and chew very obnoxiously.
Arlo will go in a corner and throw up.
Flint, come on,
So-
have some manners.
You're in the round room with the benches and cabinets, all the spell components, potions, brazier. Are the doors that you've discovered remaining closed?
I would close the one we came in through,
Mm-hmm.
but I think we're leaving the one down open for Sonia.
Yeah, Sonia's keeping an eye on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, before I get to carving, I'd like to make I guess it'd be an investigation check to see if I can find a container of some kind, a very large container.
Okay. By large, what are you thinking?
Like, maybe a liter, that size. Like,
You don't have to make an investigation check. There's all of these like earthenware, glass, stone, some wooden, containers with various powders and elements and spell components, and some things just don't even want to know what they are.
are there any vials around?
Yeah, there are some vials. Absolutely.
All right.
Oh
Let's
no.
let's get to cooking. I'm gonna make my special surprise.
No.
So I'm gonna So there's 2 doors, one where Sonia is, one outside the room. I'm going to go outside the room with my vials and my container.
Back to the Hall of Statues.
Back to the Hall of Statues.
Very well.
Gonna make a little fire and get to cooking. So I put the large container on the fire and I take out my giant weasel scent glands, my troglodyte meat, the vinegar, the weird vial of blood, the soured wine, some scat, some alcohol, a little bit of acid, some kobold blood, some harpy feces, some bug guts, and I'm going to take off my armor, wipe myself down a little bit, and just throw that in there.
Minotaur sweat really makes it all come together.
Yeah.
Minotaur sweat and, conglomerated kobold blood among all the other things I've gotten into. So yeah, I just took some water, I wiped myself down, so I'm actually kind of clean for once. Just threw the rag in there, makes a little sound.
Yeah, with that acid in there, that rag's gonna bubble and scorch a bit. Score.
Oh no.
The rest of you, the Minotaur has disappeared upstairs. But after a time, you hear the crackling of fire, and you start to smell one of the most disgusting, rancid, putrid, acidic, disgusting smells you've ever smelled.
Yeah, I take my bear pelt, which I'm sure has a bit of a stank to it, but probably smells far better, and just sort of.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take out one of my books and just sort of flip through.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a big whiff and see if I can identify the ingredients.
Okay. You're getting weasel scent. You're getting some form of scat. You're getting minotaur smell. Beyond that, it's a little murky.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, whatever he's cooking, I don't think I want to eat it.
Yep. Yep.
I've wrapped up my armor and everything into this circle with my blanket and just I have it over my head at this point. I have a tiny little hole for enough air and that's it. I am sleeping like that. I know Sonia will protect me or let me know if something happens.
Okay. Do you wish to set watches once you begin to tip down for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. As much as I trust Sonia, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Okay. What order would you like to run your watches in?
I'll take
I'll
first.
go first.
Guess it depends how long it takes me to make this.
I'll take last.
Okay. Well, Aetheris is busy, so you, Flint, and Pavel, and Harlow can crash. Then we can just go Aetheris, Pavel, Flint, Harlow.
Sure.
Okay. So, and you're going to go probably in 2-hour chunks. I assume you wish to get a full long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Restock, restock, re-energize. Okay. All right, very good. So after a time, Aetheris, you finish concocting your stuff. You still have the stat block we created for that, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good. So you've got, let's say, 5 potion-sized vials. Once it cooks down and seems viscous and, it makes your eyes water. It's so irritating smelling and acidic. And you're kind of like, oh, yeah, that's good.
I hate it.
Like,
Yeah.
you got it. Any further and it would start to burn beyond usage. It just would start to lose its bite. Nasty.
And just really gets in your eyes.
Yeah. And so tear gas was invented. Yeah. So very good. So you will stopper up your vials. You've got 5 vials of this stuff. And it's now time for Pavel to take his watch.
Okay. All right, I'm going to pack up my vials. I'm going to just toss the leftovers into a corner of the room, stomp out the fire, and head back down. Not really acknowledging what I was doing. Just I'd walk into the room with everyone else, like, oh, hey, Pavel. And let's go sit down and start carving on my piece of wood.
Okay. Flint and Harlow are asleep. It's late. Pavel was just kind of stretching out, getting ready to take his watch.
Yeah, I sort of sit up. Hey, it's pretty late. You should probably get some rest. No, you should get some rest. We never know what we're gonna come across in this place.
I'll get some rest
Good.
at the end of your watch. I've been meaning to do this for a while. At the end of your watch, I will take my rest. I've got to work on this, and I hold up the piece of wood. I got a project. If
you tire yourself out and get us in trouble tomorrow because of it, it's fully on you. And I'm going to close the door to the statue room, put my back against it, and sit.
Okay. Very good. So
you start say some things in Orcish, just muttering under my breath.
Oh, and I'm just sort of staring.
Dad stare.
Disapproving glance. Yeah, you hear Lathyrus occasionally muttering to himself some foul gibberish, gurgly sounding, very consonant laden.
Don't make me turn this casketon around.
You guys treat him like a kid, but he's your age.
Pavel, your watch passes uneventfully. It's wee hours. You're tired. Your eyes burn a bit.
I'll stand up. I'll go and shake Flint awake.
I lurch up and scream, I'll kill your whole family.
I sort of pat your shoulder and I go, good luck. And I go lay down.
Bad dream.
I assumed as such.
And I just sort of awkwardly shuffle, sit up, and hug my knees to my chest and look over at Lathyrus. What are you doing?
Carving.
Carving what?
It's a surprise.
Is it the surprise you were cooking upstairs?
No, it's a different surprise, I should hope.
Before I fully lay down and try for sleep, I go, he might be carving, but primarily what he's doing is not sleeping.
You got that right.
All right, well, go to bed.
You got it. I immediately put the wood and the dagger away. My armor's still off. I turn around and I go to sleep.
I turn to the wall.
Hard turn.
Okay. So, Pavel, you begin to drift off, right?
Yeah.
And Flint, you're now on watch.
I wish those guys would just kiss already and get it over with. The sexual tension is just clearly tearing this group apart.
Pavel wishes.
I hadn't even thought about the sexuality of Pavel, but I'm sure Cow isn't a part of it.
Wow, rude.
Come on, he's a rugged guy. Got rugged that southern charmer.
Rugged and covered with fur, I think, are different things.
Rugged. It's in the name.
He's got rippling muscles.
A charming disposition.
The
I'm
charming
fully asleep at the moment, having dreams of not cows.
All right. You're lost.
Okay, so Flint, your watch is passing along nicely. I'm going to have Flint, Lathyrus, and Harlow remove your audio devices, please.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
All the way.
I guess you took me seriously when I said I'm having dreams of not cows.
Oh, I guess I did. I don't know.
Shit.
So you're sleeping along,
Mm-hmm.
tired AF. You know, the dungeon crawl is wearing on you. You're a woodsman. You're an outdoorsman. You're a man of lore and arcana. And while the idea of a wizard's lair is incredibly enticing, the desire for fresh air, right, wears at you as you finally fall to sleep after what must have been most of Pavel's shift. And you hear a whisper in your ear that starts you awake. Pavel, you there?
Who are you?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yes.
Oh, it's I, Kel Thul. Do you recall?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Nexus.
Yeah.
Kel Thul Majara.
No, I know. What?
Yes. How are you, my boy?
I'm doing okay. What?
Where in the land are you?
I'm in a place called Cascaton. Calthul, it's been
Cascaton, really?
yeah, Calthul, it's been over 10 years. What are you doing?
Give me an Arcana check at advantage.
Okay. At 20.
Okay. You're being contacted by magical means known as message.
Yep. Yeah.
This is something that used to do with you, especially when you first left the Nexus.
Okay.
You recall your relationship with him as your mentor, your instructor, as being a very close one.
Mm-hmm.
He held great promise for you, and you know that when you chose to leave, he was greatly disappointed but understood.
Okay.
I trust you are well.
I mean, yeah, I'm doing okay. Why have you messaged me? Why after all this time?
You can hear him smoking his pipe. Still smokes that pipe. Yes, I see. Glad to hear you are well. A friend of yours, the woodsman, came to me this morning. He was distressed and wanted to know if I could reach you.
Is he okay?
Oh, he's quite fine, yes. Looked good. Virile doesn't begin to describe it.
That sounds about right.
Bearded man, very hairy man. Rather frightening it was. I don't recall ever having met him before, but he was able to tell me enough about you that I knew was no ruse. At any rate, I can hear him take a long draw on his pipe. Exhale. What are you doing in Cascaton? Searching for Zeliger's Bane, perhaps?
Yes.
Nothing. You hear nothing. I see. Well, none of my concern. I have a message from, I forget his name now. Damn it. Anyway, the bearded one.
From Sturm?
Sturm?
Yeah.
Steve.
Sturm.
Adam. Sturm.
Yeah.
He's concerned for your safety. He knows you journeyed to the north at the behest of some bard named Zelweg.
How? Whatever. Yes, I did.
He has cause for strange things have been taking place in recent weeks.
Okay.
And they're not, we don't know what or why, but we know a little bit more. And as you're talking, you hear the voice and you get this image in your mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orcs, he says. You speak Elvish?
I do.
Yurch. We play with Tolkien Elvish here. Orcs are about.
We've heard.
Especially in the north. This image is their symbol.
Okay. Mm.
It is new. It's like nothing ever seen in Greyhawk and all the realms and all the kingdoms. His concern was for your safety. He wanted you to be aware of this. If you see this symbol with the orcs, to be very wary.
Okay.
Perhaps even goblins, hobgoblins. And I'm afraid his concern, when he shared this with me, I knew his concern would be well-founded, given all of the demi-humans that inhabit and have overrun the northern kingdom of Erde. And so I felt I should contact you at once.
Well, I appreciate it.
But you are well.
Yeah. I'm fine.
How are your studies progressing? At all? You can hear almost the condescension in his voice, like he flips to instructor mode, like, now that he knows you're fine.
Let's just say
you've been working. You can almost hear his eyes roll.
Let's just say that I've learned more on my own than I ever did at the Nexus. Was that him or you?
That was him.
Okay.
I beg your pardon. Mind your tongue, young apprentice.
I'll do no such thing. You were a teacher to me once. For that I am eternally grateful, but you hold no sway over me anymore.
I see. So it's indeed one disappointment after another. Your parents warned me this might be the end of our association. And so it has come to pass.
What do you know of my parents?
I know enough. I know they tired of your impudence.
My parents sold me to you. They gave me away. They know nothing of who I am, of who I became. They know not, and if they know of my failure, it's only because you deigned to tell them.
That's a riddle I'll leave for you to sort out yourself, young impudent apprentice. But it is out of concern for you that I agreed. And, well, perhaps a small payment.
Concern, likely. Here, as parting gift, I'll tell you what. If you ever want to see my studies in person, I'll show you. I'll show you, and I'll put it right between your eyes. You've proven yourself the callous, jealous, hoarding old man I thought you were.
My naive little boy. You know nothing of my intention, of my will. Don't presume to think for a moment that you'll show me anything.
Oh, trust me.
For I am not interested in your parlor tricks, your games, your carving and your boyery, your woodsy, rustic lessons from the lug of a hairy man you call a friend. Just beware the symbol. Beware the orcs who bear it. And mind you don't get yourself killed out there.
For Sturm's message,
Snap.
I thank you.
It goes blank.
Okay.
So that was not a dream, right? That
Mhm.
was you being contacted.
Yeah.
Pavel, do you want to describe to Flint, and if Lathyrus is still awake, what they may or may not have seen during that little sequence there?
I assume Lathyrus is probably asleep. If it's close to the end of Flint's shift that happened. Flint, I think you see me like curl into a ball and like go almost rock hard. And you hear muttering, but it's so low that it's like it's almost indiscernible as words. For maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and then I relax, jerk awake for like half a second, and then lay back down, and my chest rises and falls as a normal sleeping person's would.
This weird stuff always happens when I'm on watch.
Wait. Make a perception check real quick.
Natural 20.
You see one tear.
Do you drink it?
Yeah, I'm gonna crawl over and just lap it up off of his face. No! Fuck.
Okay, so Flint, the remainder of your watch passes uneventfully, and it's time to rouse your tiefling companion from her slumber.
I'm gonna just go right over to Harlow in her weird little nest that she has made, go right by her ear, and just scream.
I will punch her in the head. Just instant wake up. Just
Wait, you're screaming?
so
Yeah.
can I roll for that?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll probably scream back. Unarmed strike, so that would be 14.
Nope, not my armor class.
You dodge. What the fuck?
Keeping you on your toes. This place is incredibly dangerous, and you never know when something's going to come up and scream in your face.
Does
Okay,
it?
but next
Sorry, go ahead.
might be magic going at your face at a higher rate.
I swam in acid.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that to you.
I'm very durable, apparently.
Okay, I still don't want that guilt. Go to sleep.
All
I'm
right.
gonna just look very on edge. Just
If you're screaming, wouldn't it wake Pavel and I up?
I don't care.
I wouldn't wake up.
Hang on, I want to see if I wake up.
Roll me
No.
please.
That's a 0. Well,
No,
actually, no. I guess
it
it
is-
wouldn't be a 0. It'd be an 8, but I really doubt that.
Yeah, you're dead asleep. You might like twitch a little bit. It's you and me, Harlow. We're the only ones that can keep this group safe.
You're not wrong. I'll stay awake, get some sleep. And I still look just like. So how does my watch go?
It's absolutely uneventful.
Okay. I'll talk to Sonia in my head. Doesn't matter if she talks back. I'll just talk to her.
Okay. She, hobnobs back to you, the usual little affectionate kindnesses and so forth and such. Yep. All right, so you reach the morning of day 7. And it's time to get up. This is your 7th day in the queue.
I'll wake Pavel and Letherus up gently.
Okay.
And I will return the favor to Flint. I will get this far from her ear, and I will scream, "Wake up, asshole!" in Draconic.
All right, let's see if I actually noticed it. Or if I just like... Oh, yeah, I noticed that. That's a 20. I just leap awake and I just start I jump up and start running and I run into a wall.
Nice.
Ah,
Conk
And
your
my
head.
face is pressed against the wall. I'm just like, "Good morning, Harlow."
This is
Aye.
absolutely
y'all are
tried.
funny.
Some sort of breakfast for herself. Oh, the giggles.
When I wake up, it's not like a pleasant wake up. I sort of and then you yell and what the fuck? And just sort of
Someone woke up on the wrong side of the dungeon.
I curl up into like a little like position and start, chewing on like some dried meat or something.
Dried meat.
You okay? That's not the right accent. You okay there, Pavel?
Bad dream.
Oh, I know how that is. I reach over and I give your shoulder a pat. Okay. All right. That's fine. I go over to Harlow. Hey, Harlow. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm just wonderful. I
Great
had
to
a rude
hear.
awakening, but it came around. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah. High five.
Smash.
Yeah.
My wrist breaks.
Oh my god. Oh, wait a second. I'm not in my armor. I'm just in my shirt. I should go put that on. I go over to my armor. I start buckling it in.
I don't put my armor back on. I pack it back in and I just put on regular clothing.
I'm
Except for the boots. I'm
leaning
keeping the
face
good
first against a wall.
Okay, so you're setting about the usual morning shenanigans, whatever your ablutions, rituals, so forth. I wouldn't say fresh as a daisy, but rested. So whatever adjustments you make as a result of a long rest, you should take those. And I think we should go ahead and take a break right here.
All right.
Let's take a quick break. So any bio work and things of that nature, and then we'll come back after that and see what else can go on. See you shortly.
Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to us here at Castle Mac. We're so happy that you came. The point of this video is just to do a little bit of housekeeping on the break. That way when you come back, we can just jump straight back into the action with whatever show that you were watching. If you're watching us live right now on Twitch, you can go ahead and mash that follow button up here. If you're watching us a little bit later on YouTube, you can mash that subscribe button right down here. We stream live on Twitch on Tuesdays and Sundays, both at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we try to upload our videos to YouTube about 48 hours later, so you can follow us there, youtube.com/CastleMac. If you want to talk to us outside of our streams, then you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Sometimes we post schedules there if we're going to be streaming in between. We have some friends of ours that stream on our channel, the Macolites. We also do a Marches style campaign with some of our friends in our Discord, and that happens periodically. So if you want to know when, you can just follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are all CastleMac and then our first name. You can follow me, I'm CastleMac Lydia. You can follow Raven. You can follow our DMs, Stephen and Sean. You can follow any of us, and you can find our names right underneath of our characters on our nameplates. So we would love it if you would follow us, and you can find us on our other streams there. And also, if you want to talk to us off of Twitter, you can follow us on our Discord. We have a Discord server. You just go to our Twitch channel, scroll down a little bit, and you can follow that link. We are there pretty much all the time. There are people from all over the world, so no matter what time you're chatting, I guarantee there will be someone there to chat back at you. It's so much fun. Everyone there is so nice. And I just want to talk now a little bit about what goes on during our Twitch streams. So for every 500 bits donated or every sub, we get a divine reroll. That is basically the gods saying, you can re-roll that terrible D20 roll that you just made as a player. If you roll badly, you can re-roll that and hope for better. But also, if the DM rolls really hot and it's gonna hurt us, we can make him re-roll that in hopes that he won't hurt us quite so badly. So it's great. And with those bits, it allows us to upgrade some of our equipment. We've been able to get new microphones, so we sound so much better than we used to. We have these lapel mics. We're hoping to get some new cameras in the future. And with those bits, we're able to pay artists from Twitter that we find to do character portraits. We found some on Facebook that are really great. We've been able to commission a new theme song for our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. The art looks amazing, and we're so happy to be able to give that back to artists that we found. So with that, we are so happy that you are here. We are so thankful to have you as a viewer and a subscriber and a chatter in our Discord. We hope that you will stay around, because in the next few minutes, we'll be coming back to whatever show you're watching. We're so happy that you're here. So thank you so much.
To the careful and discerning viewer, a note. There is a malevolence at the heart of every madness, and there is a madness at the heart of every mystery. So consider this an invitation to steel your hearts and explore another mystery from the master of the macabre, Edgar Allan Poe, with CastleMac's second annual Dungeons & Dragons live stream from the Edgar Allan Poe Museum, with another installment from the mad genius Kelsey Dion and the dark books of the Arcane Library. You will find us on the 27th of April in the year of our Lord, 2019. But a word of warning, viewers. When you look into the abyss, I cannot be responsible for what darkness looks back at me.
Welcome back to more Into the Borderlands. We're back after a nice little break. We had a little overnighter in the queue. the fourth kind of level or compartment area. The party was challenged by a nasty sort of little thing and took it down, had a rest, and here we are. So it is morning of day 7 in the queue. Let's go ahead and pick up there with whatever it is you would like to do to start your day.
Now, I've eaten. I think I'm up and pacing about, waiting for everyone to finish whatever they're doing.
I think I'm watching Mr. Agitated Pants while packing up the last of my stuff.
I'm just eagerly waiting at the door.
I'm finishing up buckling the last strap around my side, putting on my sunflower buckle around my pants, and then picking up my backpack.
Oh,
I'm trotting over to Flint.
Sophia is still down the stairwell, floofed and fluffed and preened and ready to take on the day.
There you go. I'll call her back to my shoulder.
Okay, are we all ready to go?
I give Sonia a little piece of cracker.
She'll eat it. Just munch on it and then fly back up to my shoulder.
Okay. What would you like to do? You're still in the round chamber.
I guess I'll head down first, I think.
Okay. Yeah, what's a marching order just for, since you're in it's a 10-foot wide passageway, stairs going down about 15 feet to the door. So we'll have Harlow in front.
I'm going to go behind Harlow since Bill's not here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go behind Latheris.
Okay. Pavel will bring it to rear. Okay. So there is a door at the base of the stairs, Harlow.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to open?
Yeah.
You never say yes when the DM asks you, would you like to open the door?
Yeah. I'm going to put my hands to it and slowly push it open.
Very nice. So you open the door and it opens into a dimly lit chamber, not lit by your torchlight, by the way. Very low ceiling. There's a floor that actually it's covered with kind of this thick looking, soft looking carpet. The walls in this chamber, floor to ceiling bookshelves. And then there's like a 20-foot long freestanding bookcase in the center of the room. The room stretches about 50 feet to the south, which would be to the left if you come in the doorway. It's about 10 feet to the right and about 40 feet to the left. And then it looks like it continues around to the left, kind of maybe an L shape, turning to the east. And it looks like maybe the source of the illumination may be coming from that part of the chamber. Hit me with perception, Harlow.
$11.
Okay. You notice it's kind of a flickering light. You would think maybe the type of light that's given off by fire.
All right. I'll look back towards me and just go.
I'll draw my bow.
Okay.
And
so you're going to enter the room one at a time in order?
Yep.
The room is 20 feet across. So 20 feet wide and about 10 feet in is where that long bookcase is, and it extends a total of 20 feet toward the south. Again, as you walk in, it's about 10 feet to the right, 40 feet to the south, and then it curves around in a square turn. And once you get far enough into the room, you can see that 20-foot wide square turn is about a 20-foot deep alcove with a large fireplace on the far east wall of that alcove. There's a couple of sitting chairs facing the fireplace. There are a couple of long tables with benches kind of behind the chairs beyond the end of the freestanding bookcase. There are books crammed full in all the shelves along all the walls in the freestanding bookcase. Big books, little books, all kinds of books.
I am going to look at the books.
I would also like to look at the books.
I'm gonna go to see if I can peek around the bookcase to see what's on the other side that we can't see.
Sure. There's about 8 feet of space from the edge of that bookshelf to the wall behind it, and there's more books on the wall behind it. I mean, all the walls are floor-to-ceiling bookshelves.
Mhm.
A lot of books in here. There's nothing behind the bookcase other than carpeted floor, and the wall with the books. There's
Okay.
nothing else that appears in the room other than the nice plush sitting chairs that face the fireplace, big stone hearth, mantle. There are a couple of nice looking lanterns on the mantle. They look to be, maybe crafted from pounded electrum.
I think I'm gonna walk down and investigate there.
Okay, so you're going to enter the area where the fireplace is. And that fireplace is a full. The hearth is a full 20 feet from north wall to south wall along that east wall of that alcove. And the fireplace pit area itself is it's like 10 feet wide, and then it narrows to about 8 feet. So it's a big honking fireplace, and there's a fire roaring in the hearth, and you feel warmth.
Again, I'm scanning everything, looking at everything, see if I see anyone or anything that stands out more than it already does, because this is pretty weird considering where we are.
Yeah, the thing that probably jumps out at you most, Harlow, is the fact that this is the first room you've entered that's been lit by a source of light. And it might be odd that it's fire. There's a fire going.
Does the wood look fresh? Is it like freshly stocked, or does it look like it's something else?
It looks like wood that's burning, and there's wood stacked on one side of the hearth. The lanterns are on the mantle. They're not lit. They're just there.
I'm gonna walk back down. Actually, I'm gonna send Sonia to flutter over and sit on the mantle.
Okay.
And I'm gonna head back down just to have her keep an eye as I walk away.
Mhm.
Watch my back. And then I'll walk back down to everyone. It's like, okay, so there's a fire up there. It doesn't look old. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah.
Nothing about this place makes sense.
Most definitely does not.
Could be magic, could be, I don't know, someone here? It could be magic, or it could be someone here.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe something I didn't see. I don't know. Like, it's enough to make it weird.
Well, if someone's here, I expect that the woodsman here, and I look at Flint, should be able to find them. I imagine tracking people in here isn't too much different from in the forest.
It's very different. Tracks don't really show up that well in whatever this soft stuff is.
Carpet?
What's carpet?
It's the soft stuff on the floor.
We fought one a little while back.
Oh. So is this going to come to life? Is that a thing carpets do?
Not typically.
Yeah, not normally. I hope it's not alive.
Well, it's quiet right now, so I guess we should just keep our eyes out. I'm more interested in looking for books, something that might give us a clue.
All right. I'll take this shelf, and I'll just point to a random shelf. Just go over and start looking at everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna start speed reading the titles.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for books that are specifically by one person, and hope that I can find them.
Okay,
I'm
very
just
good.
looking at the general books like before.
Very good. So this sounds like a concerted effort to spend time poring over the stacks in this library. Is that?
Yep.
Okay.
And while I'm looking for things that, generally books that might stand out, seeming important regarding things about the Q or Zelagar, I am also looking for books about imbuing magic into things.
Very well. I'd like each of you, if you would please, to hit me with an intelligence investigation check, please.
Great.
Woo, 17.
Oh, a
19.
natural 20.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Way to go, gray dice.
Dirty 20. It's gonna be real funny if the dumb one finds the important book.
And somebody South Sandra.
Okay. So you're looking around, and through all these books, there's just books and books and books. Some of them look like they could actually be quite valuable, 15, 20 gold pieces, because they're just, leather bound, beautifully crafted. Some of them are, more run of the mill, average, normal, maybe not worth a lot of money. Various topics. There are books of like history of various parts of Greyhawk, science, weather, books on nature. There are books on geology, so flint, some interesting books on stone and minerals. Geography, there are some books on mathematics. They're not really arranged in any section. They're just here and there. There's no real order to it. Pavel, you find a book that says manual on the spine, and it says of G, and the G is like all ornate.
I will pull that book out.
Okay. Yeah, so you pull the book out, dust, and on the front is written a word, and you're not sure. The characters are common, but you're not sure. Give me an Arcana.
Okay, that's a 19 plus 5. It's 24.
Okay. So the word is golem, and the big G is ornate, and the word OLEM is right after it, golem. And the spine, again, is manual of G.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a picture, like an illustration of a creature that looks to be made of bones.
Okay. I am going to take this book.
Okay. Are you going to look through it or anything?
Yeah, I'll look through it for do a quick speed read.
Great. It looks to be some sort of instruction manual on the creation of these creatures.
Mm-hmm.
The high points is it looks like it's going to take several weeks, maybe a month and a half, and a lot of gold, like 25,000 crowns.
Yeah.
And some powerful magics. A lot of the magics, their arcane symbol. You can't really piece together what the formula is, but you're looking at, based on manual of the G, the word golems, the bony creature. It looks like a book on how to craft or create or summon these bone golems.
Just for it, so at least in terms of like the magical items that already exist in D&D, there's manual of clay, manual of flesh, manual of iron, and manual of stone golems.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be any of those four, or is this more of like a unique bone golem?
This is definitely a little off the beaten path. Your Arcana roll really kind of helped you there.
Yeah.
I was going to give you the word and not let you know what it meant if you rolled poorly, but you crushed it. Okay. And you're able to deduce with your studies and your background that, having heard of flesh golem, stone golem, whoa,
bone golem,
can make a golem of bone. Now, I will say that looking in there, it's not like Pavel Mansard is going to open this thing, plunk down 25 Gs, and 45 days later, he's making, it'd be like opening up the recipe book of a renowned French chef. You still can't make it,
Yeah, no, I am aware that it's going to take some considerable time and study just to be even able to do it. So,
but you're feeling good that you scored something pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I pocket the book. That's probably what I'll spend much of my downtime doing from now on. That lightens Pavel's mood a little bit.
Sure. Very good. Who else had investigation rolls? I heard a nat 20 from Lathyrus.
I did a 19.
A 19.
17 from Harlow.
And a 17 from Harlow. Okay. So on your 19, Flint, you find tucked between a couple of books a scroll tube. It's kind of, you're pulling books out and you pull a shorter book out and behind it, the scroll tube is standing there.
Is it made of bone?
No, it's carved wood, actually.
I'm all open.
You know it's a scroll tube, even though you're kind of a wild, person, that sort of thing. But it's, from seeing maps and so forth, it's a tube that probably contains something.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick it up and open it to see what's inside.
Okay. Yeah, so you can kind of spin the end of it off. And sure enough, there's something rolled up in there.
I'm going to take it out and try to read it.
Okay, so you pull this vellum, parchment, whatever it is, out, kind of unfurl it on one of the tables, perhaps. I'm going to put what you see in the Discord chat, so y'all can take a look at that. And it's a map. And it says on the top of the map, Cascaton, lower level.
Oh my goodness.
And as you unfurl that one, from inside of it, another little rolled up of the same type material drops on the floor.
I pick it up and read that one as well, I hope, without consequence.
Yeah. You unfurl that, and that has now been placed inside of the Discord chat, and it says Zelagar's Sanctuary. And you recognize immediately the Hall of Statues, the cylinder chamber, the room you're standing in. And it appears to show you that in the south wall, there's a secret door.
I'm gonna immediately share this with the group.
Okay.
Guys, I think I just found a map.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
please. Oh my god.
Oh,
This is so good. Shit.
finally.
Tremendously useful.
Okay, so we're here. What room is here?
It's the L-shaped one.
You're in the L-shaped room with the hearth.
Right.
And again, in this room, it appears that the map shows a secret door in the south wall.
All right. So if we go there, I mean, if y'all want to still look at books, but this could be good.
I've found something that I think will be potentially very valuable later on. I'm fine.
I still have 2 investigation rolls to finish.
Yeah.
Lathyrus rolled a nat 20. And so you're poring over this map. You hear Lathyrus on the far north wall exclaim, as only Lathyrus can, as he pulls out of the bookshelf this large tome that is like wrapped in some kind of silver kind of scale skin covering, and it's a big, large, not incredibly thick, but big. Well, Theris, you have this big book. What languages do you read and write?
Let's see. The ones I actually understand are Elvish, and I think it's the Dwarven script for Orc and Goblin.
Okay. So what would you like to do with your book that you've just pulled out? And the reason you pulled it out is it was kind of like, whoa, one of these things is not like the other. The others are, leather and paper and cardboard, typical book binding. And this, while it's bound, has this really amazing, almost scaly, silvery covering on it. Like it's been wrapped or somehow upholstered on the book.
First, I want to touch the scales to see if they if it's just decorative or like what kind of material it is.
Give me a nature check.
Oh, I'm not good at those, despite my background. Well, that, sir, is 16.
Okay. You've definitely felt something akin to this, similar to this. It almost feels like a lizard or scaly that way. But it's weird because the scales seem much bigger.
I see. Okay. Well, do I understand what that means? The fact that they're reptilian and big, considering I'm a stupid man.
You're holding a book that's been somehow, and it's not like you can't take that covering off. It's been somehow affixed to the book. It's been sealed, wrapped, upholstered, something, but it's instead of leather, it's this reptilian skin. Or
what color is it?
Silvery,
yeah. So you see Latheris, looking at this large.
I'm gonna walk over and look over.
Well,
at the cover of the book.
Yeah, actually, I suppose you can reach that far. You're 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I sort of look up. I have to crane my neck over.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely within your field of view, I imagine.
Knowing Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, or Elvish, would I be able to read the title?
There's nothing on the book, on the spine, that appears to be written.
And on the cover?
It's just nothing.
All right.
It's just this skin or binding.
And you said the only thing I understand is that it's silver, reptilian, and large scales?
Yeah,
all right.
Again, Lathir, she felt like this seems like lizard skin, but my God, the scales are so much bigger than. It's weird.
So many.
Pavel, hit me with an Arcana.
So many lizards around here.
Nat 20.
Sweet.
Okay. You suspect that you see it and you're like, that does seem reptilian to me, but there's only a few things I'm aware of that might have scales that big. And things like wyvern, basilisk come to mind. And then it occurs to you,
silver.
Perhaps this is the hide of a dragon.
Yeah, that looks a lot like dragon skin.
I'm gonna open the book. Opening the book.
Okay.
Whipping it open.
Yeah, so you open the book. There's several pages. Beautiful vellum. It looks like no expense was spared. This is a fine book, a fine tome. And on the inside page, there's nothing no markings, no anything. But and then the next page, there's a giant, like Roman numeral 1, like a big I. And then there are several entries that appear to be perhaps like a title of some kind. And then and it's written in almost picture like, the Wingdings font.
Yeah.
There's little symbols and things and just, ridiculous almost. Pavel, I'm going to have you roll Arcana at advantage.
Okay. I'm going to use my inspiration from last session because I rolled 2 3s in a row. All right. Much better. Dirty 20.
Okay. If you didn't know better, you would swear you're looking at someone's spell book. And based on your understanding of how spell books are crafted and so forth, your assumption is this is probably a wizard's spell book. Each entry starts with a title, probably the name of a spell, and then that wizards write their own spell books in a way that kind of only they can understand.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of time to understand, to work out what their spellbook means, or even
you recognize some characters, and you feel like, boy, if I sat down and spent some time with this thing.
I'm gonna put my hand on Lethyrus' shoulder and I say, "This is an exceptionally delicate and important object with very drastic magical implications if figured out. Would you allow me to have this? I mean, you found it. You can keep it if you want. But I think I could probably figure out some real crazy shit with this."
What is it?
If I'm right, it's a spell book.
A spell book.
A spell book. Wizards are very jealous, guarded people typically. And
are you a wizard?
No. No.
Oh my god.
All right.
Not at all. I do have some skill in the arcane, but I'm not a wizard. But I digress. They hide the secrets of their magic, how they cast their spells in texts like these. And if I can figure out what it means, there's a chance that we could potentially use some of the magic in this book to our benefit.
Harlow, are you anywhere picking any of this up, hearing any of this?
I'm probably listening. I'm nosy, but I am kind of scanning bookshelves for something interesting to myself.
You understand what Pavel is talking about as a warlock, as an arcane wielder. Obviously, you're not proficient in any such things, but you know what a spell book is.
Mm-hmm.
What he has said makes sense to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a quick walk over and just look over the shoulder at the text that's there and see if it makes any sense to me, and then I'll say.
Yeah, again, you're seeing characters that you can only surmise are some code or encoded or some script that's been created for the purpose of keeping its meaning known only to those who would be practiced in these arcane arts. And it's probably even personalized further from that for the benefit of its owner.
I'll take a look at Pavel and say, I'd like to take a look at that too when you're done with it.
Yeah,
and I'll go back and look in the shelves.
But you would concur wholeheartedly that this appears to be somebody's spell book.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's awfully pretty, but I suppose since I can't do anything with it.
If it'll make you feel better, you can hold on to it when I'm not reading it.
No, you can hold on to it if you want. I'm curious what's in it, but clearly I can't read it.
I will.
So when you figure it out, could you tell me what you found out?
Of course. Then I'm gonna take it, sort of do a little bit of a nod and put it in my backpack. I sort of wrap it in a cloth.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So you've got the manual, you've got this parent spell book. I think Harlow still had a roll.
Yeah, I got a 17.
Right. So you're poring over this stuff and looking and checking spines and titles, and you kind of stop. You're like, whoa, what the heck? And you see a spine. It says, how to find secret doors.
Well, isn't this useful? Well, I'll pull it out and look at it.
Okay. Yeah, you pull the book forward, and it actually reveals a staircase that goes down. And
How on the nose is the title of that book?
That you're standing in front of the secret door indicated on the map.
I'm just looking around and saying, motherfucker, they all got books. And I'm going to grab the book next to it, shove it in my bag, and then walk towards the secret door.
Not even looking at what it is.
When I was looking, did I see any books written by the person I was looking for? Bummer.
That's not curious at all, Flynn.
Yeah.
A guarded question.
You
What
mentioned
about the guy that wrote that book we used to get down here? Did we see anything by him?
Del Sorts?
Yes.
Seldorts.
Seldorts? Wow, must be dyslexic or something.
Les Stroud.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't, nothing in there from him.
Okay.
Canadian wildlife expert.
Yeah.
You mentioned some books about nature and science and geology and all that.
There's all kind of things, but they seem to be more along the lines of informational, non-fictional type. There's some books that have maps and diagrams, manuals, librams, tomes, things that it's like, this is definitely a library. Harlow, you recognize this as such. Pavel, you also you're in a library, and since you feel like you've just located a spell book, you probably thinking you're in Zeliger's library.
Yeah, that's sort of where I'm feeling like we're at.
Interesting thing on the map, as Flint, as you're looking that over, you'll see that there are some strange symbols, lines. You're not really sure what to make of it. Written kind of around the map in various places. Not of the same font, script, or ink. It's more like notes have been scratched on there.
Well, should we go through the secret door?
Well,
Sonia has a look.
the reason I was asking about the books, I was wondering if there's anything on like botany or magical creatures.
There's herbalism, things of that nature. Raising plants anywhere from flowers to garden plants to forestation, things of that nature.
Okay. Is the herbalism book in a script I can understand?
It appears to be written in common.
That'll do just fine either. I pick up the herbalism book, I hold it up.
Okay.
Like, what does this say? It has plants on it. What's it say?
Who do you say that to?
Anybody. Everyone.
I'll look at the title.
Herbalism and you.
It says herbalism and you.
Done deal. Put it in my bag.
From green thumb to green tea. Before you do anything, God, it's never good when the DM says that. Would you have Sonia make a perception check for me, Harlow, at advantage, please?
Okay. I'm going to use 2 dice then. This one wouldn't have to stay in there. Can I use my advantage, my inspiration that I had? Because I rolled double 6s.
Oh.
Yeah, you instructed her to keep a lookout, And so, yeah. She's doing what you've asked her to do.
That's better. So you said perception?
Yeah.
Plain old 15.
Okay. She seems to be curious about something on the fireplace with the actual hearth mantle, stonework around it. You notice she's kind of
Pecking.
She'll land on the hearth and look around and snoop and peck and look, and she's no particular location, but she's definitely curious about that fireplace.
And I'll walk over, call her back to my shoulder and just say, and like telepathically ask her, what's on the go?
It seems like there's a hollowness in places, like there's a compartment or something. And this fire isn't real, by the way. She communicates to you. It's an illusion.
Oh, that's interesting.
Probably should have told you that.
I would have appreciated that, yes, my dear.
If ravens could blush, she would do so. She speaks to you sheepishly.
I'll scratch up and scratch your feathers. Like, it's okay. Show me exactly where you were talking about.
She's looking all around, and on one side of the, and it's a big area. She can't really get specific for you, but she's poking around. Seems hollow.
Okay. I'll go over and with the I'll summon my sword and with the pommel, I'll just start knocking on the bricks, trying to listen to something.
Hit me with a perception check at advantage.
15 and a 7.
Okay. You are tapping, and you tap a big flagstone, and you hear that hollow sound.
Tunk.
Yeah.
All right. If I can't find, even if I have something to like push on or even hook my nails around and pull out, I'll grab my dagger and start shimming it out.
Harlow, what are you doing?
There's something here. Sonia picked it out.
In the fireplace?
Over. This isn't real fire. I'm probably like standing on the hearth really close to the fire, so
Not real.
it's
I'm
an
gonna
illusion.
go over to the fire.
Yeah, you
and
notice Hurlo's not burning.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's warm. It's giving heat, but it's not
I'm
fire.
gonna scooch around Harlow and like duck into the fireplace and stand up and see if there's like maybe a opening inside.
I lean down to Flint. Harlow can talk to her bird.
I can also talk to her bird.
That's true.
Pavel, you don't notice
so
anything
cool.
out of the ordinary in the shell of the fireplace.
I'm gonna knock on where it appears she sort of the same area that she's.
You can tell there's some gap or some void behind that stonework, but she's got a loose flagstone working up front.
Okay.
I'll hit it with my tail and say, "Come out here. I might need some help."
Okay, I'll pop back out and take one of my few daggers, jam it in, and try to.
Yeah. If I'm able to get it out, I'll hand him the flagstone and reach in.
Yeah, so between the two of you, you're able to finally work this, kind of unbind it, get it out. And inside this compartment is what appears to be a scroll tube made of ivory, and it's set with cut onyx stones, kind of decoratively, no particular pattern, in the compartment.
What wasn't there's supposed to be some special scroll tube
Made of bone.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Ivory is technically bone. It's tusk.
Were we not supposed to open this?
I think we weren't supposed to open the scroll, but if there's a seal on the tube, then don't, there should be a wax seal on the tube. That's what he's.
We will open that when we find Zeliger's Bane, if there is a scroll associated with it when we find it.
I'll shake it just to see if I hear anything inside.
You hear kind of a clicking, something's moving the length of the tube freely inside. Yeah.
Alrighty, what do I have?
And again, it's an ivory,
Mm.
cylinder.
Mhm.
Has
None of us
onyx
know
head in it.
identify.
Does it
So
have the seal of Zelgar on it?
There's no seal.
No seal, so I
The
think it's safe
onyx
to open.
or an ivory scroll tube.
Yeah. Shannon said that there would be a seal and to not break this seal. So if there's no
Yeah.
seal,
True. You're very true. All right, I'll very carefully open it up.
Okay. Yeah.
did
So
wait.
the top on that thing is unbelievably snug. Like it probably hasn't been opened in a while.
Mhm.
But you are able to pop the top on it.
Mhm.
And if you look down in it, it looks like there's some rolled up scroll or piece of paper. And that's what you see in there.
And I'll take it out, and I'm assuming as Oldham's going to be gingerly open it up.
Okay. So as you kind of tip the scroll tube, right, to kind of get the items, the scroll out, a ring drops into your hand.
Huh. And I'll look it over carefully, like looking for inscriptions, just generally just like,
Okay. It's a beautiful gold ring with silver inlay. Give me an investigation check as you look at this ring.
Real while she's rolling, Lyala does know detect magic. She doesn't know identify, but she knows detect magic.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Okay. As you're looking at this ring, it's obviously beautifully crafted, beautiful ring, silver inlay. You see the image of almost like a little shield in the, inset in silver in the gold band.
Huh, okay. Okay, so this has a shield on it now. Put it on my finger, my middle finger, on my left hand.
Right. So you slip the ring on your left hand,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't notice anything outwardly different. You almost feel like the familiar tingle that might begin the process of connecting with an item that's been somehow imbued or enchanted in some way.
This is magic. I was going, hey,
and
Pavel!
I can only tell you that because you've been through the process of attunement before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a thing.
You know, I gave you your last magic.
I know. I just want to know what this does first, then we'll see.
Okay.
Then you have 3 rolled up scrolls.
All right, I'll take out the scrolls and have a quick look.
Okay. So you look at them, and they appear to be written in very similar symbols, characters, gibberish, whatever you'd like to call it, script. But it's interesting. Each one has a word in Elvish written at the top. Who speaks? Do you speak Elvish, or can you read Elvish?
I don't. I'll hand them to since the symbols and stuff too. I'll hand them to Pavel.
Okay.
Cyrus reads it too, but I guess Pavel.
Yeah, they would be not dissimilar from the scripting and symbols you saw in the spellbook. So Pavel Harlow hands you 3 scrolls.
Yeah.
You immediately recognize the word fly in Elvish at the top of one of the scrolls, followed by some kind of mumbo jumbo.
Yep.
Clearly a spell scroll.
Mm-hmm.
The second scroll you read The top, it says gaseous form. Letherius, you're reading this as well because, Elvish, you understand those words. The third one, and again, the same, sort of runes and arcane characters. The third one is Phantom Steed. So you have what you believe to be 3 spell scrolls. Your assumption, given your background, Pavel, no need to roll. You realize that, these are spells.
Oh yeah. Yep. These aren't just regular like scrolls of stories or information or instructions. These are spell scrolls. And for those of you who might not know, if you're able to read the scroll, you can cast the spell that it's associated with. It looks like fly, which, I mean, it's flying. Gaseous form, which I assume probably turns you into semi-ethereal mist, cloud,
like
something
my misty step? I think I already know that.
Maybe, but I imagine it's something a little more powerful. And then the last one is called Phantom Steed, which I assume summons some form of ghost horse, maybe.
Oh, that's cool. Shit, you should keep those.
Yeah. Once I figure out the book, I should be able to figure out these scrolls too.
Yeah, I can help you with translation.
For sure.
I used to read a ton, so I can definitely give you a hand.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Also in the compartment is a pouch.
I'll fish that out and hand it down as well.
Finding all sorts of goodies today.
Okay, so the pouch clinks. It's heavy. Sounds like flat disc-shaped pieces of metal.
Who did you hand it to?
I handed it to whoever was closest to me.
The pouch?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed it. I think the person closest was probably Pavel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hand it to you, and once it's empty, I'll actually hop down off. Well, once it's empty, I'll give a tap inside.
Yeah.
And listen, and then I'll hop down.
Everything seems to be out of that compartment. It wasn't large. It was big enough, for that scroll to kind of lay in it at an angle. The pouch beneath it. You would guess that scroll tube is probably worth some coin. In order to, you had to really fiddle with it. In order to free the cap, you ended up having to move the onyx stones, and it released some kind of mechanism, and it took you a little while to kind of sort that out.
We should probably put them back in there. I'll show everybody how to open it.
Yeah. Put the tubes back, or the scrolls back in the tube, and hand it back to her, and then I'll open the bag.
Fair enough. So you look in the bag, and there's a pile of very shiny, silvery-looking pieces that aren't silver. They're platinum.
This is platinum. This is gold. This is platinum, guys.
If you should take the time to count them, there are 25 platinum in there.
Shit. 25 divided by 5?
Yep.
All right, I'll hand 5 platinum coins to each of you.
I'll put it in my bag.
Do any of you have the ability to assess the value of fine things, whether it be like jeweler, gem appraiser, any of that sort of thing?
That was Stoneheart.
Yeah.
Don't, but I am a noble. I'm used to the finer things in life.
Okay. That scroll case is really nice. You could probably fetch a couple hundred crowns, dragons. Excuse me.
I'll hold the case to it. This tube, so it's like not just the spell scrolls, but this is worth like a lot. We need to.
It's a carved board out, and then it has the onyx and the mechanism. So you're guessing probably over 200 dragons.
Like My mother would love this for holding her random shit. Like, this would be
Make a nice bud vase.
It'd be nothing to her, but still be
Nope.
really nice.
Being rich must be weird.
I don't really know. I might.
What's so special about this weird silver coin anyway? You guys seem to be crazy about it.
So, are you aware of the concept of bartering?
Yes. I know how money works. I've just never seen this kind of money before.
The general sort of tier of value of money is copper, silver, electrum, gold, and platinum. Similarly related coins of platinum are, I believe, about twice as valuable, or 10 times as valuable as gold.
Oh. All right. Shall we go down the secret staircase now?
I think so.
Okay, we'll resume marching order.
Yep.
Arlo, Theris, Flint, Pavel. Yeah, so it's a steep, kind of a sloping stairway that slowly descends, and as you can tell by the map, it goes a little ways. It twists a bit.
Mhm.
It winds down. Harlow, hit me with perception as you're descending.
Ew, I only go first because I'm fire resistant and I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Fire immune.
Fire immune. But I have really shitty perception. I'm not proficient. So I don't know. Never mind. Natural 20.
Hey.
Shit. I'm really good tonight. Well, except for that natural 1, but
Okay. So as you're taking great pains to be careful.
I've got Sonia out on my arm.
Yeah, Sonia's looking and you get down. How is it that you're attempting to be proficient?
I'm just walking very quietly, and like I said, I have Sonia with me, and I have her extended on my arm to look ahead of me a little bit, and just trying to be very careful.
Okay. So as you get down to about the 5th step, you step on it, and you perceive it to be not as firm as the others right before the steps flatten out.
Ah, shit.
And you all must make a dex save DC 14.
Natural 20.
3.
Natural 1.
Oops.
Let's see.
Bye, guys.
So, just
See
so
you at
I'm
the
clear,
bottom.
does this count as an effect that I can see? It does, right?
You can see that the steps have flattened as you're
Fantastic.
scrambling not to fall down.
Okay, then that is a 21.
Okay. So Harlow goes tumbling down and lands at the bottom, takes a point of damage. You're prone on the floor. Pavel, you take 3 damage as you tumble down. Flint and Letheris, you have managed to grab the walls and stop yourself as your companions down this boom. And Pavel and Harlow fall in a heap at the bottom of what used to be the stairwell. Now I'd like you to each, Flint and Letheris, make a DC 10 dex save to work your way down the corridor.
15.
12. All right.
I will be untangling myself from Harlow.
Okay.
Sorry.
Same thing.
As Flint and Letheris are making their way down carefully, having reacted favorably, I would like Pavel and Harlow to make a dexterity save.
It's better. 15.
3.
Okay. As it's weird because Harlow is in front, Pavel is in back, but for whatever reason, Pavel comes blasting down. Perhaps he's heavier, bigger than Harlow, passes, down the smooth, bounces down through, and as Harlow clears the door and hits the landing, you hear this whoosh, clatter, bang, crash. And Pavel, you're on your back looking up, and you see 4 statues kind of surrounding the entryway of this tube into the room, and they're all holding great axes. And those axes drop. One of them clips Harlow, and Harlow, you take 7 slashing damage.
No chance at no, okay. Okay. Yeah, you hear me scream.
Yes. So Harlow gets hacked by a giant great axe as this trap kind of springs and all the axes come down. It actually could have been a lot worse too had you had issues with your saves. Flint and Letherus, you hear this, falling, crashing, and then Harlow screams as you two make your way down, and you see these, axes have fallen across the opening. They don't block the opening entirely, but you're going to have to kind of climb over them.
Are the statues still moving, or is it just seeming like the axes just fell?
The statues did not move. The axes.
Okay.
Appears that a trap was activated. Yeah.
Okay.
You've activated my trap card.
Harlow, are you all right?
I think I'm probably getting about off the floor now. It's holding where I got chopped. Is not really, but ow.
I'll take a strip of fabric and sort of.
I'm gonna go over and cast
Tie the
Cure
wound.
Wounds.
Or
Yeah, son.
take this
And-
back.
No. Blood. Gimme.
Okay, I hand it back.
I'll clean up some of the blood and hand back my bloody rags.
Nope,
You
I'm good.
get 8 points of healing back.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I'm back up.
So you find yourselves, once Letherus, Flint navigate the sprung trap, you find yourselves in another chamber. And based on the map, it's oddly shaped. You dumped into an area that is... Lost my map. Sorry, guys.
Sort of rectangular with a big old trapezoid attached to the bottom.
20 by 20 square with a trapezoid attached to it. And along the south wall, there's... again, you can see the 2 statues on either side of the entryway. There's a large stone sarcophagus. The air is stale and dank. It's dusty, 25 foot wide, but it increases to almost 50 feet wide at the trapezoid end. Ceiling has got to be a good 20 feet high. There are 2 7-foot tall statues of warriors who've dropped their great axes at the entrance. The stone sarcophagus is about 15 feet long, parallel to the south wall. At each end of that sarcophagus, flanking it, are 15-foot tall stone statues, each of a helmed warrior holding a sword in front of it, point down, tip down to the floor. It also has a shield. Each statue has a shield.
Oh, hell. Nobody go near the statues. They hurt.
Oh,
These are
okay.
different. I'm going to cautiously walk through the room.
I'm
looking
gonna
for
follow.
anything out of place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any,
I'm gonna follow right
any
behind you.
loose flagstones on the floor, any imperfections in the wall, and most specifically, any sign that those statues are moving. The 2 big ones.
While you're doing that, I'd like to follow right next to you and kind of put myself in between you and the statue's line of sight at any opportunity.
Okay. I'd like each of you to go ahead and roll perception for me.
All right.
I'm
Ooh,
sticking
shit.
to
Bad dice.
Flint.
16.
12.
9.
Okay. You're seeing what I described. You don't notice anything in the walls, the floor, nothing appears loose. There's the big plain, unadorned stone sarcophagus. Did you go all the way to the sarcophagus?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like there's like tiles, stone tiles in the lid. right?
Mm-hmm.
Two statues, one on either side, haven't moved, haven't blinked, haven't transformed, haven't done anything.
I'll take a look at the top of the sarcophagus.
Okay. It looks like there's like tiles. There's no real pattern. It's almost mosaic, but they're large. Maybe 4-inch by 4-inch square tiles.
I'm going to make an investigation check on those tiles. See if there's any potential that if they were to be shifted around, maybe they would form a pattern.
Okay. Hit me with an intelligence investigation.
$17.
Okay. You can tell that they can be moved. You look at it and you can see there's some slotting along the sides, things of that nature. You notice there's like one missing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a free space, if you will.
Now, meta knowledge, I'm aware of this kind of puzzle, but would Pavel, I mean, they like to play like weird puzzle games and shit wizards do. Would I have ever come across something like that?
Yeah.
Maybe not one as big and elaborate, but
yeah. No, you actually didn't make the DC. That's why you know that you have something that's got some tiles that move.
Okay.
Yeah. Your arcane or your wizard experience, your studies.
Yeah, I'm going to start
familiar like a puzzle or a game.
I'm going to start like shifting them around a little bit.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence check.
Just straight?
The first move. Yeah, another investigation. It's investigation.
17.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Here, hang on a minute.
Yep.
Okay. You see a blast of fire come up out of there, and you take 3 points of fire damage.
Shit. Guys, I think this might be important.
You all right?
Yeah. This appears to be some sort of puzzle, probably to open the sarcophagus, which may be where Zelgar's Bane is.
I'll give it a go.
Fire. Yeah, but if it's okay, I'll tell you what, I'll do it. You just tell me what to move because it's fire and I don't burn.
All right, so Harlow and I'll do it, and I'll be assisting her.
Man, you're cool.
I will also make an investigation check to see what I think should be the next move. But
yeah, I'm going to assist you guys. I don't have very good.
Okay.
I'm not very good that way. I will follow instructions.
Pavel, roll investigation again.
19.
Okay. So you instruct Harlow to make a move.
Yep. Move that one over.
You seem fairly confident.
Am I on fire?
Harlow, are you moving it?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, sorry. Okay, a roar of flame does not shoot out of the table. Nothing happens.
Okay.
That must have been good.
Flint? What do you think?
I rolled a 19. So I'm going to say that piece seems like it'd fit with the overall image over there. Try moving it.
Okay, and I'll move that piece.
Okay. It moves to its position. No fire.
Okay.
No reaction.
And when I rolled my own, I rolled a 14. Does anything stand out to me?
Again, you know, as you move things around, you create places for other things to be moved to.
I did another. And that's going to be a 21.
Okay. Yeah, from Harlow's roll, you've freed up a move. feels like, hey, this thing will move here.
All right, and I'll
That one right.
move it over.
Nope. Hand down.
Nope.
Move that one.
I'll move it over.
You're going to move yours, or you're going to move Pavel's?
I'll listen to Pavel.
Okay. So you
I'm
slide
not-
the tile.
Yeah.
And it sits in its new space.
Okay. But the one I moved, like, I'm kind of looking at the pattern. The one that I moved was like, look at this one. Do you think the both of you? Do you think this one should shift right there? Like, look at the pattern.
I don't know.
Okay. We'll leave it for now.
Yeah.
What do you guys think should move next?
Flint.
Natural 20, so 21 says that we move that piece over there. No, not that one. The other one.
This one?
No,
No?
the one I'm pointing to.
And Harlow, make a perception check for me, Harlow. Make an insight check for me
Oh, insight. Okay.
on Flint.
8.
Okay.
Just
You're convinced, like, okay, Flint seems really adamant and confident about this move.
okay. I'll just move it.
So you're going to move the one that Flint.
Yeah, I'm gonna move the one that I think she told me to put my hand on and move it in the way she told me.
Okay. Yeah, so you move it and you begin to hear the clicking of gears and the mechanism start to turn, and that lid slides back and off, and booming throughout the room you hear, "Who dares to disturb my internal rest? Prepare to face my full wrath." And out from the sarcophagus rises a 7-foot tall, ghastly looking creature wrapped in what looks to be shredded robes and cloth. It has this soulless look in its eye, and it's just seething evil.
Are
and
you Zeladar?
evilness.
Pure fear, Eldritch Blast.
Hit me with
I can't think of any other way that Harlow would react other than scream and
hit me with initiative, and if you look in the Discord, you can see what this thing looks like.
Oh, good gosh.
I can't. No, reroll. Everything's falling out of my thing.
Must have been dark as hell down there, and someone had to light up that pretty, pretty lady.
I only rolled 10.
Same.
But that was to hit it, not my initiative.
Oh,
Sorry. Are we rolling initiative?
Yeah.
My initiative.
Ooh.
14.
9 for my initiative. Oh wait, am I doing this? I have the 11 for my initiative.
Okay. Flint.
I have 10.
Okay. Lathyrus.
15.
Pavel, what was yours?
14.
Okay, very good. So this thing rises up out of its sarcophagus at you and spitting and seething, and it's got this soulless, dark abyss in its eyes. And Lathyrus, you are up.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm not raging yet, so I'm scared out of my mind. I'm gonna recklessly attack.
Okay.
Which will give me advantage on my melee attack rolls. That is actually base one. Oh, that second one's bad. Okay, Sunder again.
Okay. What's your armor class? You hit?
My armor class is 20.
No, I mean, what did you hit?
Oh,
Whatever
what I
class.
haven't calculated it yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
It's a 19 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, so you swing Sunder and you find Purchase. Roll damage.
Excellent. That is 6. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Okay. So you just bury your axe into its chest, and it tries to, grab the handle of your axe. What else would you like to do with the remaining
Ah.
your turn?
I'm gonna bonus action hammering horns, try to push it away. Ah.
Okay. It makes a save of sorts, right?
Yes, a strength save of DC 14.
Okay. Yeah. So it just literally, you kind of gore at it to move it over, and it just stands its ground. Kind of uses the axe to almost kind of push you away, lever you away.
I don't like it, guys. Get it?
It's like nothing y'all have ever experienced.
Oh my god.
It's chills down your spine. It's scary.
I'm gonna put up my shield and I'm shaking in every limb. I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay. Pavel.
All right, I'm going to back towards the way we came in, and as I'm backing up, attack -5 + 10.
Yes.
18 to hit.
Okay. So you fire an arrow, and it goes, through some of the cloth and finds its mark on the body of this foul creature.
Okay. 19 points of damage.
Okay. Very good.
And I'm going to action surge and do it again.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Very nice.
So 2d8 + 15.
Right. Double damage roll.
Just 22.
22. Okay. It's amazing the amount of damage you people can generate in 2 turns.
Fighters and barbarians.
Yeah.
Fighters and barbarians.
Yeah. Okay, very good. So you've definitely taken some chunks out of this thing.
Yeah. I know people don't like the arcane archer because they say it's underpowered. I would beg to differ.
I'm not finding it to be underpowered. Okay, let's roll on with Harlow.
All right. Before I take my turn, have I felt anything about that ring I have on? Have I had it on long enough? Have an idea if it affects me?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm right next to it, so I'm actually gonna all right, I'm gonna cast Hexblade's Curse on it.
Very well.
And as with my bonus, and as my I'm gonna hit it with my rapier.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon my rapier and hit it.
Very nice.
It's a 15 + 7. So 22.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit it.
That is a good hit. Go ahead and calculate damage.
8 + 5. It would be 10 10 damage.
Okay.
Wait, no, my Hexblade's Curse. Actually, my Hexblade's Curse gives me 2 extra damage.
Okay. Very good.
Yep. Okay.
Flint.
Seeing this thing that clearly looks undead, I'm gonna go into a rage. I'm gonna whack at it with my 2 hand axes.
Very good.
That's gonna be an 18 to hit on the first one.
Okay, it's good to hit.
Okay, and that is gonna be 7 damage for that.
Okay.
And second one is gonna be a natural 20.
Okay.
Sorry about your encounter, Wiley.
That's gonna be, let's see, 10 damage on that one. Not
Okay.
a lot.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So you guys have just been wailing on this thing, and it's shrieking and looking rather tattered and torn as it's flailing, unable to, block all of your attacks as it's, trying to shield itself, and you're taking chunks out of it. It's going to take a swing at Letheris. It's just going to try to just pound you with a fist.
Since I attacked recklessly, you have advantage on your attack roll against me.
Oh, lucky me.
Fun.
Okay.
Don't forget it's 5 feet of me.
Okay, so does a 21 hit you?
Yep, just barely.
Okay. So you're going to take 8 bludgeoning and 8 necrotic as it just pounds you with a fist. Okay. And it's going to make an attack on Harlow since you hammered it pretty hard. It's not in good shape. It's pissed. It's wailing away. Giant swing. And does an 18 hit your armor class?
Nope.
Okay, so you feel it make contact, but with your arcane imbuement, and you dodge, and all your awesomeness.
Because of my sentinel feat, is Letheris within 5? Letheris, thank you. Within 5 feet of me?
Yeah, you're all at the sarcophagus. And in order to be, attacking it, you've got to be within 5 feet. Nobody has a reach weapon other than Pavel, so you definitely have an ally, two allies.
So I've got a with my sentinel. Then I would have reacted and attacked him when he went after Letheris. So I'm trying to go for a straight stab up into the rib cage, and I only got a 5, so that would be 12.
Okay, so it just kind of deflects your rapier, bending it, because it's such a fine, piercing weapon. Yep. And we're back to top of the order. So Letheris, it is your go.
Right. We're in 5 feet of it, so another sunder hit. Wait.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. I always forget about this. I'm going to use my vial of acid.
Okay. Your stuff?
Not my special stuff, just my regular vial of acid. Not the stinky bomb.
Okay.
So, I forget how that works. I think I just make a ranged weapon attack.
And acid is D10, isn't it?
2d6 on a hit.
Or 2d6. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't have advantage on that, right?
No.
All right, figured. So that's a 16 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, so you rear back and throw your vial of acid, and it shatters against something rather hard. Whether it's bone or exoskeleton or what, it's hard to tell through all of its wrappings and rags and so forth. And acid splashes and washes over it, and it squeals in apparent agony as the acid sizzles through the wrappings and into the bony, fleshy flesh of this thing.
Awesome. That is 3, 4, 5 damage total.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, acid splash, like the real thing. Okay, very good. Is that your turn?
Let's see. Well, that was my action. I guess my attack. I'm going to hammering horns again because I hate this thing.
Yeah.
I don't like it. So another DC 14 strength save.
Okay, not a problem. And again, it just resists. It's apparently built of some sturdy stuff. It's strong. No problemo.
All right. Back to my position. Turns over.
Okay. Pavel.
Second turn, same as the first. Boop. Minus 10,
5.
minus 5 plus 10.
Yep.
And is that a 16 gonna hit.
Barely. Yeah.
Good. $18.
Okay. Still up as you bury another arrow in it. It's howling and writhing.
I can't do anything else on my turn, so
Okay.
I
Very
have
good.
no bonus actions.
Harlow. This thing is still up. It's got a couple arrows in it, some big gashes from various weapons. It's looking rough.
I'm gonna take another hit with my rapier.
It's sizzling from acid.
14 plus 7.
That's a hit. Wailing and screeching as you run your rapier through the material.
Ooh, yay, max damage. So that'll be 13, and I'm
Okay.
gonna start backing away.
Okay. Are you disengaging?
I get better damage with my spells, but no, I'll stay. I won't.
Okay.
I'll back up a little bit, but I won't.
Yeah, because
disengage.
if you leave it, it'll whack you.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
an attack of
Something
opportunity.
I was wondering if it's worth
Okay.
taking it.
I think it is.
But no, I'll leave it for now.
Okay. So you're gonna stay there?
Yep.
Okay. Very good. Flint.
2 more violent axe whacks. That's gonna be a 13 for the first
Okay,
one.
so yeah, your axe just hammers it, but it really doesn't seem to
All right.
get meat.
Gonna be a 17 for the second one.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Ooh, no. Ah, damn it. Stupid. I switched my dice to the tiny dice and I thought I got max damage, but I didn't. It's only a 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, so you give it a good swipe. Hang on a second here. And it wobbles and looks like it's about to go down, and it just kind of takes a deep breath, gives you an evil eye look. And is that your turn?
Let's see. What else can I do? No, yeah, that's all.
Okay. It's going to look at you and whomp you twice.
I'd like to see it try.
Okay. Does a 19 against armor class find purchase?
I'd like to see you try. Puh.
Did
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Let's see you do that again.
You take 5 bludgeoning
All right.
and 10 necrotic.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I
Nice.
feel like if a 19 hit, then a 25 must hit.
It might.
Okay. You take 10 bludgeoning
Oh,
and
no.
8 necrotic.
Oh,
This thing just, it's like in its last throes and it's like spazzing on you, just wailing away. Slamming its fist.
Reaction if she's within 5.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys all have to be, because this is not like a gigundous creature.
what?
19. And with my Hexblaze curse, I get a crit on 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, Arlo, how do you end this just sad, sorry, put this thing out of its misery?
Well, if it matters, I got double check. Yeah, I got fuck, my brain does not want to work. 17 points of damage.
Nice. It actually doesn't. It was actually on Undead Fortitude. It made its DC against the damage +5 when Shan hit it.
Yeah.
And thankfully it did, because I got to get 2 good swipes at poor Flint. But you just absolutely ended it.
Yeah,
So just
I'm going
describe that
to,
for us.
when he's making a swing at her, I'm just going to come up with the sword and just hopefully right across the neck and head.
Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely end this thing. And it just kind of falls in a heap kind of over the front of the sarcophagus, just hanging there. Its head barely still attached. This black ichor oozing out of it. You can hear the air as its dark lights go out.
We should burn this thing.
The
That
room
was
is
gross.
quiet.
I agree.
I'm still ridiculously angry and just whacking at this dead thing with my axes till it's like just chunks.
When she comes down, I bet I'm gonna grab a healing potion and hand it to her because I'm pretty sure I have like 2 or 3 on me.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna sort of like pull the robes of like, or what's left of them apart, seeing if there's anything in there. I'm gonna look in the sarcophagus.
Okay. As you pull the robes and so forth, you see that it's a decayed, bony humanoid body that you only can guess was once actually alive.
Yeah.
But the state it was in when you found it can only lead you to believe that it was undead.
Oh yeah. No, I figured that. The robes are pretty bad looking, right?
Tattered, torn, wrapped around it in a
Yeah.
general mess of a way.
All right, I'll sort of haul it out of the sarcophagus and look inside there.
Sure.
And I'll pull that up it over to the corner.
Okay, just get that thing out of here. Yeah. So yeah, as you're looking into the sarcophagus, you notice laying in there is a staff. It's pretty hefty, long, 6 foot long. Looks like it might be made of maybe a thin, stony stalactite that even glistens with moisture, and it's got this ball head on the thick end of it that looks like it's like glittery, sparkly flecked stone with mica crystalline flecks in it. And it's just kind of laying in the sarcophagus.
I'm gonna grab it, pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, so you pick this thing up. It's unbelievably light and dry and very unwieldy, which, you look at it, you think, oh my God, what the hell is this thing? And it's actually quite balanced and light and dry.
I sort of like spin it over my hand and catch it.
What did Zeligar's bane supposed to look like?
We don't know. Or it was a gem, wasn't it?
A sapphire
Yeah.
with a star
name?
inside. The
What's
Star of
the-
Ages.
What's the stone on the end of it look like?
It's like stone with flecks of mica and crystal, little tiny crystal. It's kind of sparkles a little bit when the torchlight catches it. Pavel, are you attuned? Are you proficient with a quarterstaff?
Yeah, I'm a fighter. I'm proficient with everything.
Okay. Yeah, your sense is that this is definitely, suitable for martial combat as a staff. But it's strangely light. It looks wet, like wet stone, but it's clearly dry. This is a special.
All right, I'm gonna hold on to it.
Yep.
Since I have also attuned to items before, do I feel any of that familiar tingling?
Your sense would be that this, if you had possession of this, focused on it, sat with it, you might learn a little bit more about it.
Cool.
Since you've been through that process, each of you has been through that process with one significant item.
Hey, Harlow.
More than once.
I'm like holding it between my hands.
Nice.
Ah, right.
Harlow actually wasn't being that particularly rude when she was.
I know. And I'm doing it with a little
right.
tongue in cheek.
Hey everybody, we're
She's
back
like,
for
she's
some
still over the
Legion
front, like, dragging
action.
the dead body. Cool.
Playing Long March, limited visibility.
And,
yeah, Long March is long ways.
Let's
That's
light that bitch on
crazy.
fire.
Limited visibility. That one's pretty
Let's
normal.
get on
And then
fire.
breakthrough.
Sorry.
I'm gonna
Oh, because you got rid of.
I'm gonna grab the head.
What was the other one?
So I'm assuming I separated and it fell somewhere. So I'm just gonna grab it
Breakthrough's good.
and just
For
like
each unit leader.
shake it a bit and look it over.
It's almost like those bikes
Look
are pretty
the crown
good at
if there
that.
actually is one on it. If not, I'll just drop it on the body.
Okay.
Yeah.
So blue is me
it's
over
just,
here.
Just
I gotta
gross.
do the
Teeth
walking.
missing. The nasal cavity still has some
Nah.
ichor up in it. It's the tongue is kind of decay. It's nasty.
I'm a big bad asshole.
Gray, long, wispy hair. Nasty.
and I'll toss it back down on the body.
Okay.
And if there's not, if we've searched it thoroughly and there's nothing on it, I'll probably.
Yeah, I went
assume
through all the robes and stuff.
Yeah, I would assume one of us has a torch, and I'll light it on fire.
Okay, so it burns. It smells horrible. Oddly enough, though, the smoke starts to slowly pull back out the way you slipped into this room, as if there were a draft somewhere pulling it, drawing it, like it's strangely ventilated in here.
Yeah, I do notice that, but before I do anything about it, I'm going to walk over to Flint. You okay?
I'm fine. Why do you ask?
I just sort of give her a knowing look.
I'm fine, Pavel.
Okay.
Oh, right, your healing potion.
I took it.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go inspect walls.
Same.
Yeah, I have. Well, whoever has a torch should probably like run it along the wall, look, see if the flame flickers.
Oh, good idea.
And while they're doing that, I'm going to take another look at the sarcophagus. Because Sonia brought it up before, I'm just going to be knocking around it to see if there's any compartments, anything that sounds weird, and just generally giving it a really good look over.
Okay, yeah, we'll start with Harlow's investigation of the sarcophagus. Give me an investigation, please.
Straight 15.
Okay. Yeah, so you look around and it's plain as plain gets. It's 15 feet long. It's clearly a tomb. That's what was its purpose. But its occupant is now truly deceased, and it is empty. You don't sense any hollowness, any tap tap tap, and thorough inspection all the way around. It's seamless, aside from the lid. That's it has that mechanism triggered by the tile movements on the top.
Okay. If that's the case, then I'm just gonna kind of stand guardish around, keep an eye out, see if anything happens to
Yeah,
anybody.
so you've got the room, you've got there was the two statues by the sarcophagus, the big 15-foot tall longsword shield. There's the two statues that drop the axes across the opening, and then I have who's inspecting walls.
Me and Pavel.
Okay.
And I have a torch, so I'm sort of like
give me, yeah, looking for drafts and so forth. Each give me perception, please.
17.
21.
21.
Very good. So you're looking, searching, thorough search of all the walls, turns up nothing.
That doesn't seem right.
What about the floor or the sarcophagus?
Yeah, I guess I'll inspect the floor because it's got to be somewhere.
And the statues.
Yeah, the statues. Ooh, that's not as good. That's just a 12.
What are you searching, Flint? The floor?
The floor for any tiles that'd lift up or the statues they would move.
Yeah, if you recall, none of the floors in this part of the complex are tiled.
Damn it. Then I guess I'll just inspect the statues, see if they move or if they hide a secret trapdoor or whatever.
Hit me with investigation, or
Yeah.
excuse me, perception. I'm sorry.
It's only going to be a 15.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking around the statues. They appear to be quite nicely crafted. Like, if you could somehow figure out how to get these puppies out of here, they'd probably be worth some bucks. They're beautiful.
Are there any adornments on the walls, or are they all plain?
All plain.
Wheel.
Does the torch, looking at it, flicker any which way?
No, it doesn't seem to.
You're stuck by walls again.
Yep. Can Lyala cast Detect Magic, please?
Sure.
Thank you, Lyle.
Okay, so she cast Detect Magic.
Mm-hmm.
All of your magical items that are able to be seen glow, including the staff, including the ring that Harlow has put on her finger.
Yep.
The sarcophagus does not glow. The smoldering pile of charnel smelling ash that used to be the greater zombie is not glowing.
Have I had the ring on long enough yet?
What's that?
Have I had the ring on long enough yet?
Yeah. You get the sense that this ring would protect you in some regard. And precisely, it's a ring of protection +1 to your armor class and on saving throws.
Okay, I may not keep that because I'm doing pretty good.
Well, we are in a pickle again. I mean, there were puzzles in these rooms. There was puzzles, there was hidden doors, there were levers to open secret doors.
Yeah.
Well, looking at the map, it doesn't show anything else, any more secret doors.
Yeah, but I mean, just because there's a map doesn't mean there's everything on the map.
No.
Like, look, there's writing around it. Do you know what it says?
Do I know what it says?
It's really just kind of labeling the map as Zeliger's Sanctuary. That writing down the left side there, that's just the brand of the book. Special edition, reincarnated into the Borderlands.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Square equals 5 feet.
Yep. Because meta knowledge, I'm definitely not seeing a part of the map that you've struck in from the record or anything like that.
What? What do you mean?
I don't know. This can't be it. There's no way he would just leave something called Zeligar's Bane just out in the regular chaff section of this place. This is his sanctuary. Something that important would be here.
What was the name of that guy's character again? It wasn't Seldorts.
Seldorts was the author. All Fours.
All Fours. I wonder if those words work at all in here. I would say both of them really loudly and hope that something happened.
Okay, so you yell the name of the author, you yell the name of the ranger character. Nothing happens.
I'm going to go around with my fancy new cool staff and start tapping the walls.
Okay.
Sort of like low, mid, high at regular intervals.
Sure. Hit me with a perception, please.
That's going to be a 19 plus 2, 21.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're going along here. Tap, tap, tap on the wall, low, medium, high. Let's see. How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot tall, and when I'm saying high, I'm like really stretching out with the staff because it's a quarter staff. They're usually about 6 feet tall.
6 feet long, yeah. It's actually $1.25 quarter staff, but I'm not telling him that. Remember that? Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're tapping around, way up high, way down low.
I mean, theoretically, if you include arm, which is usually about a little under a third, it's around a third of your height.
Yeah, if you're 6'2", that's 6 feet. I'll give you 2 feet for the arm.
Yep.
So that's 8 feet and 6 feet. So you could get that thing up to 14 feet.
Yeah.
Tap, tap, tap. Remember, the ceiling is about 20 or so, give or take. You're tap, tap, tap. And you spend a good half an hour working the room this way. You don't notice anything loose, hollow, different.
Wizards are the worst.
Yeah.
I was going to take off the ring that she had and just going to hold it. I was like, I think this made me like, I felt tougher, like I could move better. I think it makes me harder to hit. Is anybody getting hit a lot?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Flint just got the shit pounded out of her in that.
I'll hand it over to Flint. So just put it on, leave it on. I think it'll help you.
Thank you.
I think.
All right, so it's a ring of protection.
Yeah. +1. So it's +1 to your AC and +1 on saves.
Awesome.
Nice little market. Okay, so you've thoroughly inspected the sarcophagus, the walls, the floor.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
What is going on? You hold your torch up and you can see, and it's a stone ceiling.
Shit. I'm gonna sit down and just sort of think about it. Pacab, this is very difficult. And that's not like a plea. That's more like how a person would say, like, God darn it.
Yeah.
Pacab, darn it.
Exasperation.
And we don't feel a draft or anything.
No, we noticed the draft.
We noticed it, but do we feel it?
No, it was smoke that once that fire got going, you noticed it kind of subtly shifting. It wasn't like it went straight up and then.
All right, so if I lick my finger, I won't feel any sort of draft in, like, if I stand where the smoke moved?
No.
What if something? That worries me. Okay. And I'll go just start, I don't know, poking around the room more.
Okay. So again, you got the statues by the door, the entry with the axes. You have the 2 tall statues by the sarcophagus. You have the sarcophagus, the walls, the floor, the ceiling, and each other, and a smoldering pile of nasty smelling dead zombie.
I'm gonna go see if I can reset the axes that hit me.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like in messing with them, you can lift them, and you can hear it kind of like almost on either a clutch or ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's catching. Like if you pushed it far enough, you could probably reset the trap.
Mm-hmm. I won't reset it all the way, but I'll just kind of move it to see if anything happens the rest of the room.
Yeah, nothing at all. Just you can tell that it can be reset. It's like gears or ratchets in there.
And everybody's thoroughly looked at the statues, right?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
Nobody specifically said, I'm going to investigate the statues. Nobody's
Yeah, I did.
Flint did.
Yeah.
Who did?
Flint did.
Flint did?
Yeah.
When did Flint did that?
When they said they were looking at the floor. They said they
Oh,
were
I
looking
asked if you're looking
the
at the
statues.
floor, and that's all you said was the floor.
I
Well,
said
she
I was
said-
looking at the floor, and then you said like, "Oh, there are no tiles or anything. The floor is not tiled." I'm like, "Oh, then I'm gonna check out the statues."
Okay, well, I missed that. So roll me an investigation on the statues. And which statues are you looking at?
The ones that are on either side of the sarcophagus.
That sounds nice.
19.
Okay, so you look at the statues, and they look like statues. They're tall. They're made of stone. They have a sword and a shield. It looks like it's hard to see, but it looks like there's runes or something written on the flat blade of one of the blades.
Can I read it?
It's-
Is it a
It's hard to tell. You just can't make it out.
Like, is it too high up or?
No, it's tough to discern. What
Can I try,
language does everybody like? Flint, what do you read?
I can read Elvish, Infernal, and Primordial and Common.
Okay, so you're looking at this blade. Now, the thing that stands out to you is there's runes. This is written characters on one blade and not on the other. As you're looking at it, you're like, what the hell? And you'd swear it says the words "look up" with an exclamation point.
I'm gonna look up.
Okay. The sword blade is actually pointing straight up. Again, you have the sarcophagus, you have the statues. They're close to the southern wall. One of them has its blade pointing straight up.
Is the other one's blade pointing straight up? Or is it?
Yeah, they both are, but only one of them says "look up."
I climb on top of the sarcophagus. I'm just gonna look at the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, it's a stone ceiling.
Nothing special.
No, if you want to roll perception,
Don't see shit. 3.
All right.
Okay.
I think I notice everyone starting to pay attention to this. How tall are those statues again?
Not everyone.
statues are 15 feet tall.
Okay. I'm going to take a slightly different approach. I am going to jump, latch onto the arm, and start climbing my way up.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. This will be
10 or something.
to catch the arm.
Hmm.
Yeah. 17.
Okay.
That's
Now I
just
want you to
stupid,
pull
you know?
yourself up and climb the statue. Give me another athletics check.
Nat 20.
Okay. I had a DC 15 to get that arm and hold yourself, and a 10 to climb that thing. So you easily scramble up on, maybe up onto the shoulders of the statue. What are you doing there?
From this vantage point, I'm going to also look at the ceiling. Probably it just looks like a ceiling.
Yeah, you're at the ceiling now because the statue's 15 feet. You're 6 feet. You're actually having to crouch a little bit.
I'm going to start pushing on where the blade is pointing to.
Okay.
Or sort of just initially just sort of feeling, maybe seeing if there's anything there that's
hit me with perception.
Nat 20 again.
So as you're pressing and farting around up there, you hit a part of the ceiling, and right in front of you, a secret door opens in the wall, and it slides to the right, which is actually this way.
Yeah. Is
And
this
there's
on
a
the right
passage.
side of the trapezoid?
It's on the southern wall.
Okay.
Let's say as you're looking at the map, it's the left statue, or excuse me, the right statue. And it's actually facing that angled wall, that secret door. And it's a good. It's only like 2 feet from the ceiling, so it's up there.
Yeah.
Way up the wall.
How far away is that from me right now?
It's like 5 feet.
Guess who has the acrobatic feat?
You have a bird.
Also, you have a bird. You should probably go look in there with the bird before I make a jump.
I'll send Sonya up into the hole.
Okay, so she goes up into the hole, and with that, we're gonna stop.
Ah. Okay.
She disappears into the hole, and I will tell you, Harlow, that she sees the glow of light as she's looking down the corridor.
So help me God, right, Wiley, if you kill my bird.
Oh, I can't believe you think I could do such a thing. I mean, I couldn't imagine doing a thing like that.
Good session, y'all.
Yeah.
So you'll notice I haven't said anything for quite a while.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to deal with that next time.
Hey, that's mean. I'm curious now.
Well, you guys didn't check on your Minotaur. I was waiting for an opportunity to arise, but...
Did you go down in the fight?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm just... There's a reason I haven't said anything. So
Okay,
for over half an hour.
Does it make sense to cover that narrative before we split? Like, have they noticed anything about you?
I haven't moved in the over half an hour. You guys have been looking around. I'm just standing in the middle of the floor.
I think maybe we would have noticed that.
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody, just for funsies, waiting for somebody to be like, hey, Letherius, and then bring it up then, but it didn't come up.
Okay. So Letherius appears
what's
to
going on?
not moving. By not moving, do you mean like stasis, paralyzed? What? Just
No, I'm just standing, cause of like 1,000-yard stare, just standing in the middle of the room. I just haven't moved.
I'm gonna climb down the statue. Letherius, tap tap tap, side of the face.
What?
You okay, buddy?
He looks. You can tell from his nose, at least. He looks pale. I don't know. I don't feel great.
Oh shit. Okay.
Do you need healing?
No. You notice you guys have all like different parts of the room now, and that the body's burned. Like, were you guys doing something?
Yeah, we found a secret door. You want to keep going?
Burn the body.
All right.
How long were you standing there?
I don't know how long it's been since the fight ended.
Like 30 minutes?
I guess 30 minutes. Have I really been standing there that long?
Yeah, what the fuck? Are you okay?
Well, I've been staying there for 30 minutes. I guess I'm okay now.
What were you doing for those 30 minutes?
I don't know. I was standing here apparently.
Were you thinking about anything? You were just sort of staring off into space.
No, I wasn't. I was just.
I think Carla's gonna hop off the sarcophagus and just actually reach up and take Letharius' face or snout or whatever and just bring him down to her eye level so she can look him right in the eye and say, "Are you sure you're okay?"
I'll be all right. I'm okay.
Fine. Scratch top of his head and just go back to paying attention to what Sonia's doing.
All right. All right. Let's go. You found a secret door?
Seems like rooms are a bane. We can't find our own way out of a room.
But we did find our way out of it.
When they make the
Well-
doors hard to frickin' find.
Well, just
Okay.
wizards and all that, you know.
So you found a 5 foot wide, doorway way up about, 15 feet up the wall above, kind of in front of the statue on the right side of the sarcophagus. That would be kind of the eastern side of that trapezoid. Sophia has flown up in there, and she sees, or Sonia. I'm sorry, I keep calling her Sophia.
It's okay.
Sonia, I gotta write that down. Okay, and she sees a passageway that goes about 20 feet and then turns left, and she sees some light source of some kind coming from that direction, and the scene fades to black.
Okay.
As we wrap up our game. A lot of unknowns going on here.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that some people know and some people don't. What's up with that?
I mean, I could meta game a little bit. If you want. It's not a huge deal.
No. Please don't let the stream know. We can find out in Discord.
That's true.
Nice. All right, let's run around the table here real quick. Let's get first of all, I forgot to do it earlier. I want to thank Steven, Castlemach Steven, for running the light show tonight and producing. I appreciate that. And thanks for letting us game on your channel. So let's go around the horn real quick and get everybody's quick impression, where we can find you, and we'll sign this thing off. So Lathyrus, any thoughts about tonight's session?
Well, we're really strong. That's really cool. Clearly, Lathyrus isn't having the best time, but we seem to blast through the puzzles a bit easier this time around. Good session overall.
One of the puzzles, yes.
That's true. One of the puzzles. Found a cool book. Kind of wanted to keep it, but narrative-wise, he probably wouldn't.
Yeah, you guys are scoring a lot of downtime stuff to fiddle with and read about and learn, and you're amassing a lot of shit in this dungeon. Okay, very good. Pavel, any thoughts on the session?
Yes. I enjoyed the hell out of the session. I'm very excited about that Bone Golem book. I am interested in deciphering the spell book. I'm interested to see what the staff does. And I just realized I still have that fucking wand that we don't know the name of or its exact magical properties, and that sort of bothers me. One of us needs to get identified.
It's not going to be me.
Yeah. Other than that, I had a blast.
Excellent.
And you motherfucker.
You're welcome. Arlo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a lot. We got a lot done. Got a lot handled. A lot of stuff.
In 2 rooms.
Progression. Yeah. Still, it's a lot for us. I think. Yeah.
It's better than last time.
Yeah. We defeated something. Seemed kind of nasty. So I'm quite pleased. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Last but not least, our gay dumpster fire.
That'd be me, Shannon Logic. I had a blast. I'm so frustrated with not being able to figure out puzzles, but I knew that would happen as soon as I started playing Dungeons and Dragons, period. So I'm really sad that I didn't find what I was looking for in the library. I thought that would lead to some interesting stuff, but yeah.
I can say the puzzles are a lot easier to find when you have the book.
Yeah.
Wow, it's all.
They're a lot
how
easier
about
to
that?
figure out.
How about that?
Because I suck at puzzle figuring out too.
But yeah, I had a fun time. I like going and killing zombies, always a blast. And
Yeah.
just watching Lathyrus make a stink bomb was really great.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
why
that
does
sounds-
weird visiony stuff always have to happen when Flint's on watch? She
Oh
can't
yeah,
do
it's
without it.
because Harlow's thing happened while you were on watch.
Yeah.
She's just watching her friends cry in their sleep, and it's like weirding her out.
I do want to point out that the singular tear it wasn't like a sad face, it was like an angry face.
You still cried.
I know. I'm just pointing it out because
It's a tear.
there are different connotations.
Yeah, but liquid came out of your
True.
face because you felt a strong emotion, so
I
I
know.
watched you cry.
I know. I'm not saying I didn't cry. I'm saying there is a different connotation to the crying.
Tear in my beer. All right. Well, we should probably sign this thing off. I'm Wily Hobbit on all the internet places and things. Having a blast DMing some classic old school D&D type stuff. Once again, thanks to Castle Mac for hooking us up with a place to do this and for producing us. And I think we're good to go. I think that's it. We'll be back in 2 weeks. This is our regular night. Let's see. What do we got? Do they play Star Trek again Friday night here?
No, it'll be the
Every other?
22nd.
Okay.
Next Friday, not this one.
Next Friday, the second installment of the USS Avalon Star Trek piece. Sunday night, sounds like the Waterdeep is winding down. Maybe 2 sessions left. That's exciting. Behind that, I believe we got some more cool stuff in store. We'll let Steven pump that out there. And I think the final giveaway, the big awesome giveaway is Sunday night. So please tell all your friends, come by and join us in chat for some awesome water deepness from the fine hosts and family of this channel, the Castle Mech Crew. So we'll see y'all soon. We're going to raid. Steven's going to kick us off. Thanks for hanging out. See you in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, internet.
Internet.